Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome.
How are we?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we are here. We are definitely not half an hour late. It's totally fine.
For us, that's basically on time.
That's basically the time. Look, we've all got like some level of something. I don't know, ADD, ADHD. Most of us, anyway.
I'm getting tested.
Me too.
Excuse me, I was here at 6:30.
You know what? Some
I
of
was
us
here
had
at
to
10 to
work. Okay.
Okay. Some of us are organised. It's literally just Rory.
Some of us are on annual leave and still turned up at the last minute.
It's true. Yeah, Mick? It's true.
Yeah.
Some of us doesn't have their dice out.
Me.
I have.
Oh yeah, dice.
Dice.
Hello, welcome. How is everyone? I hope you're all having a good time.
Hey,
Welcome
Des.
back. We
Hey, Nebula.
the Stormy
Hey,
Dragon
Kendall.
Tavern.
Hey, Kid. Hey,
Yeah,
Rum. No, I'm saying hi to all our audience people. I'm showing them love. Someone has to.
Love.
Love.
That's why I kill gnomes for them.
Oh.
So many gnomes.
Love.
Straight off with the hydrate.
Oh, God
I-
damn it, Fezzik!
I have these new pop soda. They're actually called pop soda, Planet Over Profit sodas, made by Brewdog. They make alcohol. This is not.
This is not a paid promotion.
It's new.
Not
I don't know if
sponsored.
I like it.
It could
I
be.
don't know.
It could be a paid promotion. Hey, Brewdog, call us. Okay. Yeah.
Call me. I'm in England.
He's the England man.
And I'm
Welcome.
the expat.
I'm the England bean.
We are the Stormy Dragon Tavern. We
Yes,
are
indeed,
Dungeons
we
and
are.
Dragons.
We are a glorious disaster and a
Ouch.
giant mess. Hi.
Where's
I will
the little?
mute you.
Eventually, we need to start the stream.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna shut up and get to my drawing. Love y'all. Bye.
I'm literally going to serve a muter. We are playing. I was about to say Stubbs, but now.
You're right there. You're good.
We are playing Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition. This is the Trials of the Xel'nari. Oh my god, we'll get there. I'm sorry. Last week, the party managed to stop a public execution in the process, thankfully. Storm was able to convince Subtlewing that perhaps now is not the time to abandon the party and return home. She has agreed that she will return home with him once
She
they have
agreed
saved
she would contemplate
Sam's sibling.
it. She agreed to talk about it once it was done. She never agreed to go home.
Could have just muted you.
Oh, you mother piece of banana. The audience can still hear me. Everyone else can still hear me. Ash
We
just
can
got
all
me.
I can still hear.
We haven't
Oh,
muted you.
oh, okay. I just presumed that you'd muted me.
3 hydrates from 4
Four
hydrates from
hydrates.
Kennel.
The
Crying
more
out
you say it, the more Kennel's gonna do it.
Hydrate.
Stop saying it, the more...
Yes! No drain!
There should really be a
Same.
limit on the hydrates.
No, that's why we
The
have the
party
no drain.
managed- The party managed
Does the
to-
no drate balance out one or all of them?
All of them.
Oh.
It's
Ah,
a negate.
Oh no, we've been hit.
We're never gonna get
I'll
started.
get there. I'll get there eventually, audience. I'm so sorry for them. The cats that need to be herded. The party managed to save a group of traders, who they did eventually work out were slavers themselves, much to their own regret. But fulfilling their duty as Xel'nari, they stopped senseless murder. Now they have a big question ahead of themselves. Do they continue on their journey to save Sam's sibling, or do they uphold their job as the Xel'nari and stop all-out war from breaking loose? They have made efforts to secure a ship to head west to hopefully find Sam's sibling, and are waiting back in the tavern to decide their next course of action. And that is where we will start with them in the tavern, awaiting a messenger boy to confirm that they have got passage aboard the ship.
Okay.
Now you can talk.
Is it possible for us to have found a convenient corner booth in this tavern?
Most certainly.
Okay.
With you staying there, you were able to set aside some space before it started to fill up for the nightly trade. The place is quite lively at night, with all the sailors coming in and spending the night, being one of the few taverns actually available in the area, which is surprising for a port city.
Kovac has her back against the wall and has out some note paper and is just scrolling away at some nonsense, but very frequently glances up momentarily because she still doesn't trust this place at all, and it's just working.
Within all the noise and hubbub going around, it is quite easy to disguise your conversation here. It would be quite hard for someone to listen in, especially where the position you've picked. They would have to be quite skillful indeed to get within earshot without being seen.
So, this could have gone better.
What you mean? Went fine.
It was fine. It wasn't optimal.
Anytime not need jump off mountain is good.
It's true, you know.
Although that was fun.
That is a reasonable benchmark set.
See, 2 months ago, never use that sentence. Now, only baseline mug need.
I
So,
thought you travel a lot before you come with us, Mug.
Travel many places, but travel normal.
Normal?
Travel
What
on
do you mean by
horse,
normal?
travel on wagon. Not travel jump off mountain.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
I grew up in mountains and never jumped off mountain before. It was a unique experience.
I think this is the first time for a lot of us.
yes, I thought about it during my studies. There are some rather high towers in Tanzanite, but I never worked in that part of the city.
Maybe Mug go back to normal travel after finish traveling with you.
And when will that be?
When we get Bad Bud.
I suppose
Mug
that's
not forget
reasonable.
contract.
Indeed.
Is there anything we could do to make your travels a little bit more comfortable, Mug?
Not problem comfort. Just
Practicality.
Mug not used to such adventure.
Is it a bit too intense for you?
Mug think that Mug do well,
Ooh.
but need adventure, then not adventure, then adventure. Not just thing.
We could do with a holiday. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot of time to relax on the boat.
About that, Kovac,
Yes?
I've been thinking. Our job when sent out from Xel'nari was to stop the war between the demo and the Namara. I don't think we have finished the job if things are getting as bad as it sounds.
Hmm. You may be correct. I do admit I have grown quite focused on our internal objective. What would you suggest we do in that light?
I think, at the very least, report back to the Xel'nari via messaging and ask them what to do, but most likely head to the capital of Namara and find out what happened.
What you want say to Xel'nari, boss?
We'll ask for confirmation if they require us to head there or if they have actual diplomats or such to try and solve the situation.
And refresh my memory, Ash. It was Barda who sent us on this job, yes?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
And that's why she gave us the,
It was an officially sanctioned mission, but Barda was the one who officially sent you out for it.
Okay, so it came from the Xel'nari as an organization. Okay. Dom, you've been in contact with Barda. Has she responded to your reports?
Actually, she hasn't responded for a long while. And the last time she responded, it did not sound good.
Oh yes, the last
I
time she responded,
see.
she told you about the assassination, didn't she?
Yeah, that is correct. I'm kind of worried about Barda.
You want Mug speak Barda? Find out problem?
Can you do that for me? I would
Mug.
really appreciate that, Mug. You know, Barda is, very strong woman, and she is very capable. But she's like my family here.
Mug's gonna pick up the tankard of ale, cast prestidigitation a couple of times to chill it right down to the point you can see like condensation on the side. Then hold it up to the side of his face where there's bruises from being in the brawl last session. Just to sort of like, there's a bit of swelling that he's sort of trying to reduce down. He's casted healing spells, but just sort of holding that there for a moment. And then going, Mug know what to say. And he'll cast Sending. So that's 25 words, isn't it? Yes.
Count it down.
What could possibly go wrong? Barda, this Mug. Need know if you want us to stop battle from Demu. Also, Storm really upset you not talking.
You're not wrong.
Does he say this out loud?
No, she loved you like mother. Was that the end of it?
Yep.
Yep.
Did you get the mother in, or was it she love you like?
No,
No, it was 5 words. Yeah.
Perfect.
Alright, sweet, perfect. There's a short pause before you get a response. You can tell by the tone of Barda's voice that she sounds exhausted and stressed. The response is, Storm said, you and Namara do what can where you are. Stay away from capital. We'll contact when safe.
Oh no.
So Mug will actually, sorry, was that the end of the message?
That is it.
Yep. Mug will sort of pause for a moment, hold the tankard of beer to his face again, take a long drink, then go, Storm, she miss you too.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Want us to do what we can here, not go capital.
I believe that has been satisfied.
So, does that mean we should definitely go and help Sam with their sibling? You're looking for
May-
your sister, are you not?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, I need to find my sibling. They are being hunted. As we know, because, yeah, you found the people hunting and they were after me as well. There's been a lot going on. Yeah, and yeah, my sibling is in danger, which then therefore means my family is probably in danger because this is going to go south in one of many ways. And
I think we should make this priority then. Or do we need... Well, what was our mission exactly? To stop war, correct?
Yeah.
It was to prevent the war, but specifically within the confines of Monomonoto, because a force was rallying there.
yeah.
That domino we have kept from falling, or rather, it has been kept from falling by forces beyond our control. So, considering the scope of our mission was stop the war within the context of Monomonoto, and we've been told to stay away from the capital, we can't do much else except for what we have already done here, which was save lives.
I see. Okay. Well, we have a responsibility, and I want to make sure we're still, being
We're doing the-
responsible.
Mug
We're
have
doing the
plan.
correct priority.
Mug have idea.
Yes?
You want make sure Namara not go war. So
Yeah.
make people not like war. So maybe we put on special theatre play about how bad war is, and you see him just continue to drink as he's been doing all evening.
War!
Mom, has that ever worked before?
No.
What? Have you ever put on a play?
No, but I do not know many people who will be persuaded by play to not do something.
I have read of such a thing working, but it was itself contained within a work of fiction, so I cannot attest to the practicality of such an endeavor.
You read a lot, you know.
But how much would you pay to see Thalai on stage as actor?
How much would we have to pay Thalai to get him on stage as an actor?
What? No.
No,
No
Mug
stage.
just Mug,
No.
Mug just send new message to Barda, and Barda order Thalai to be actor.
Wait, you have to pay to watch this?
Bada knows my skills. Bada won't order me do that. Unless things truly desperate.
Can we put the lion in a dress?
No!
Putting Thalai in pants would be a good start.
I'm learning, man. Now.
Sure.
Because they're not
It's fine.
fancy.
If you're worried about acting in there, we make you a mime.
Or a mountain.
Thalai just looks really confused and just goes, "Mime. Isn't that person who hit head too hard and is stupid?"
No comment.
What?
So
I
they
am
can't
so
speak.
confused.
No, that's a mute.
What are you on about? How is
I
any of this relevant even? Wait,
I-
where did the conversation go?
I don't know. Blame him. Mug brought this up. With crazy idea about play stopping war.
Maybe not good plan.
I'm gonna go get me a cup of milk. I'll be back. And she
I
wanders
think
up
I'll
to the
join
bar.
you. Sam wanders off with you.
But Kovac, I don't think we are done here. Especially, because did you give us the full message about Barda asking us to do, like what Barda asked us to do, what we can, or? So I don't remember that, Michael.
For as much as I know,
yeah.
Michael did not.
No, I said told to do what can.
Yeah.
But not go to capital.
Storm feels that we have a
Just-
level of duty towards the elves that we just... No, the human and elf that we just helped.
Because yes,
They're gone.
with Barda's orders, that sounds like we should not be leaving Namara. Sure, we shouldn't be going to capital, but perhaps going nearby and seeing if there's any outpost or base where it was used to plan a strike against the monarchy, the king.
So, traveling back towards the border with Demo.
No, if an attack was planned to kill the king of Namara, surely they would have to plan it somewhere close. If not within the city itself, somewhere close to the city. Somewhere isolated and secure to plan out where they could not be found. Same like when planning big hunt on creature. You don't plan in front of the creature, you plan away and set up a base to hunt that thing.
But how find?
We look. We head towards capital, don't go inside capital, and look around to see any place where they could stake out something. Hidden alcove, cave, deep forest.
Mug not think we better than Namaran people at doing that.
But the Marlon think they already know who did it. If they found the sword,
I think that...
which is a very flimsy pretense, it's very easy to kill someone with someone else's weapon and then say it was that person.
I am not there, never mind me.
In my experience, I find it deeply impractical for individuals to plan to launch such an attack and not do it from within the city. Your idea has merit, but it would be going against our orders, because I am quite sure that they would have to plan this from within the city to see the infrastructure, the roads, the guards, all of that. That must be done on site to be done well.
Would they not have to infiltrate city first, so they have to plan to get into city? If a group of strangers walks into a place that they do not know anything about to set up something, would that
Not
risk
hard.
exposure?
Depend on who did, but not hard do.
No. All they must do is secure appropriate disguises and just lie low for a while and learn.
I still don't think we should be leaving Namara.
Barda say do what can, not ordering to do. If what can do is 0, then do 0.
But also said that she would contact us more information. So I think we need to stay close by. It would be bad if Barda tells us to go investigate someone and we say, oh, can't, we're in another country.
Ash, I'm going to pull out the map and think about the travel time. So I am plotting how long it would take us to get to the Namaran capital from here, and then plotting how long I estimate it would take us to get to the Namaran capital from the city we're aiming to go to in the Kalashtar Kingdom, and I'd like to compare those times.
Okay. Getting to the Namaran capital by foot or cart will take you 4 weeks.
Okay.
Going by boat, if you can get a vessel that can travel upriver, which the one you were looking at is capable of doing if the river is wide enough. It will take you only 3 weeks.
Okay.
But going by foot, if you were to go up to the Namaran capital and then head back southwest towards the Elven Kingdom in Kalashtar, it will be about 10 weeks total travel.
Okay, so if we sailed to the Kalashtar city and then got an order to go to Namara, it would take us an additional 2 weeks to get there based on... Yeah, okay.
Don't forget as well, if we go to Kalashtar, we don't have our horses. Because we're supposed to return horses to Namarans here.
I'm not being a horse again.
That is fair.
I mean, we could buy new horses, but that's only if they're available.
I don't have a lot of money.
I think I have
presume
enough
if
to
Sam
buy.
is back, so is Storm.
Yeah.
I think I have enough to buy at least one horse. We may have
have
to say
little
goodbye
legs.
to one cart, but it could be done.
We only have one cart.
Oh, do we only have the one cart? I thought we still
Yeah.
had two. Oh no, that's right, we only got the one cart. If I could buy perhaps like a draft horse or something, I think. It won't be fast, but it can be done.
Mug have some money.
Oh yeah, mine emptied at the bottom of my bag again. Sorry, I don't know how much I have. I didn't tie the string! Okay, so the string was fun. I was playing with it.
Sam,
Mm.
maybe you need, say, think. Would taking 1 week or 2 week more to find sister be problem?
I honestly don't know. I don't know how they're holding up. I don't know where they are exactly. All I know is last time we saw them was at this place we're going to. Then after that, the hunters came and they managed to find us. So I'm assuming they're tracking through some form of blood. I don't know at this moment in time. But it's an assumption if they managed to find me, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how much time she has. I don't know. And I hate that. But I know we also have a duty that we need to uphold here at the same time. And this is simply a family matter that's gotten way out of hand because my father is many words that I probably shouldn't say aloud,
And
but will... that's the
Austin.
most minimal of wordings. Like, you know when you grow up and you become very accustomed to how something is, but you also know it's not exactly right, but you're still accustomed to it, and then you stop being in that environment and you see it from another lens, and like everything is literally just red flags, red flags, red flags, red flags. Yeah.
Oh, we call that we call it I don't know the word in your tongue, but and he says a phrase in giant.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Your glass graton.
For some reason,
Gratin.
I'm picturing Giant as German with a Scottish accent. I do not know why.
I mean, it's guttural.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guttural and
Guten
anger.
Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Oh, no.
Guten Morgen.
That's a bit Swedish, my bad.
Oh no, we're doing the things. But yeah,
So-
Sam is a bit of a bundle of just. I have my stuff, which needs to be sorted out, but that shouldn't be stopping, us from stopping a war.
Mug jumps out of his seat quickly and puts a big chonkin green hand on Sam's shoulder to sort of steady himself and goes, "Mug have best idea."
Please don't touch me.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. That was very unexpected.
Mug give sending to Sam's sister and tell sister to meet us in capital. Best idea.
You don't know what my sibling looks like, technically.
Sam, doesn't they look like just you?
Wait, didn't you do the brain thing with...
Yeah. I've seen some of your family sort of stuff.
Yeah, when we were
That idea
little.
does have merit.
Everything that short looks the same to Mug.
Wow.
I mean, technically, we are almost, me and my sibling would probably be counted as identical if they were of the same gender.
We have been instructed not to go to the capital, though. So...
Wait, why is there talk of going to capital? We're not going to capital.
No.
No, but
No.
at least staying in Namara. From my interpretation of Bada's orders, we are on standby. At least. Ready to act if need be.
We can
Would
be on
it-
standby from anywhere. I
How
think
about
it
this?
is
It's
more
not in another
important.
country.
I think
How
it
about
is more
this?
important we help Sam's sibling.
But what if our war happens?
But isn't
That
it
we
also
could
our
have
duty
stopped.
to help others too? They are
Yes,
in danger.
but who do you choose? Do you choose
We-
one person, or do you choose 2 nations worth of people?
We are currently operating using very limited data. Allow us to put forward a hypothetical. Say, if we are to remain in Namara, then ideally our most effective course of action would be to patrol border towns between Namara and Demu and try and quell uprisings, hostilities between the 2 nations. If we can try that, then you can send to Sam, and they can join us in one of these towns.
Or we could find blackmail on one of the nobles and then get them to help call off the war.
You know what? Give me 1 minute. And she pulls out the sending stone.
I thought you were going to go get some blackmail on someone.
There's a blackmail.
Give me
Pulls
1
out-
minute, I'll be back.
Pulls out the...
Funnily enough, my backstory comes exactly with blackmail.
Comes back with this
Whoa.
sketch.
So who's attached to the other part of the sending stone?
Butter.
Oh, that is how you've been casting sendings. My brain was like, how has she got sending?
Yeah. Okay.
Once a day.
Okay.
Storm will go. Okay. And then focus on Stone. Is someone counting? Okay. Barda, Sam's sister is in trouble. Is it okay for us to go help while we wait for you to tell us what to do?
Got it!
Perfect! Hey!
You pooping? I can't ever not. I'm sorry. So conditioned. So conditioned.
Oh, but Laura Bailey is beautiful.
All the glorious.
Almost on track. Yeah, bum. Do.
Oh no! You have to do 25 words, regardless.
Yeah, you gotta make it a 25. And Laura
Bye,
just
Laura.
kept panicking every single time it wasn't all used. That was great.
The response you get is, as long as you stay away from the capital, go find them. I will update you when I can.
Barter says it's okay. We're going to save Sam's sibling.
They say.
Perhaps a insight check. I'm going to
Yeah, I
On who?
Also make one of those.
assume on Storm.
I'm in.
Okay, we're fine.
Mhm.
Norm
I'm
has
gonna-
been one to admit certain truths.
23.
Ooh. Where's my
that-
character sheet?
That is a 16.
I'm going to assume that Mug has disadvantage at the moment because he is kind of drunk.
Okay, it is literally impossible for Storm to get a high enough deception to fool you.
But it depends on who it fools, yeah.
I
Yes,
rolled a
Kovac got
14. You got to
23.
beat a 14.
I get close, I get a 4.
I beat you.
Me too.
I'm not bothering.
So Rory and I beat 14.
I cock an eyebrow and say,
You know Storm
Excellent.
well enough to know that she's one telling the truth, but she's also making her truth.
So
Yes,
you believe
live
your
your
own lies.
truth, Hunty.
So you know that she has interpreted the conversation to have gone this way. You're not entirely sure if this is exactly what Barda said.
could you elaborate a bit more, Storm?
What the exact words Barda said, please? Storm?
Okay, she said that is not good, I think. Then there was do what you can. No, wait, maybe that was the last message.
Okay, at this point, detect thoughts on Storm
Look,
to work out what she actually remembers
she
saying.
said it was fine as long as we stay away from capital and she'll let us know when she needs she'll let us know. It's fine.
Okay, so twice now, to two separate people, Barda has insisted we not go to the capital. That is now off the table.
Maybe other Xel'nari people go capital. Like
What
more important people do more important job.
what save
Well,
do I
yeah.
need to do against your
I mean,
thing?
Or remember, we were linked to demo party that was captured in Antioch for suspicion of assassination. Have we been tied to them? Do they suspect us for organizing assassination? Hence why they keep us away.
Regardless, I don't think our presence will help.
No.
Mug snaps his fingers and now looks like a... what race haven't I done before? He looks like a tiefling.
Oh,
Ah,
Color?
I want to learn
green.
how to do that. That's
Very
cool.
faint red.
Okay. I compose myself.
Yes,
Is
not
Kovac
the-
blushing?
No, it's fine.
Uh-huh. Sure. I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone is paying attention, Kovac just has in front of her a sheet of paper that just has the word "hold person" at the top and just like a lot of weird permutations on hold, and she just like has weird notes next to it of like "held person, hug?" question mark, and it's just like trying to puzzle out some stuff while we've been talking.
Storm looks at it and goes, "What are you doing? Why are you holding a person?"
It's a long story.
Okay.
Is
it good story?
It could be a great story or a bad story. I really don't know what to expect with this one. It's very open to interpretation.
The only thing better than a good story is a bad story. Mug want to hear. Mug make song.
Are you sure?
Hmm?
Do you consent to this?
If story boring, Mug just walk away.
That might not be possible, but
Oh, is
I'm
this
gonna-
something I can try and catch? Throw magic at me again, go! I'll try and catch it.
you consent to trying to catch this magic.
Sure, let's do it. I can do it. I can catch magic. I can definitely do that.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the Tome of Misspells, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person targeting Storm. Because I have no idea what's gonna happen. There's so many options.
I'm preparing a cure wounds.
Good
Clear.
call.
If I was a crueler man who had other spells, I would counter spell right now just to mess with Kovac.
Oh yeah, no one.
Nothing happened.
Just watching this unfold, it's like, oh yeah, I probably need to find a diamond for Revivify.
Alright. You pull out the book, prepare your spell, cast it.
I reckon cold person.
It's on my list.
Mold person. It's just gonna cover you in mold.
Storm, can I get you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh.
Oh.
But I
And
didn't know
Kovac, can I get
Yeah?
you to roll me a d6?
Okay.
He's sick.
Kip, that is a very good answer.
What
I
a
rolled a
kid
one.
put. I missed it.
I
Okay.
rolled a nat 20,
Oh.
guys! This has been happening so long!
Okay. Nothing happens.
Which is a wisdom save? 24.
Storm,
Is it
No,
nothing
you
happens
feel,
or nothing
you feel it
seems to happen?
tingling over your body for just a moment, but other than that, nothing else happens.
Cold person.
Ooh.
So,
Was something
hey
supposed to happen?
Kovac,
What was that?
what's broken?
No, I glanced down at
Did they
the
catch
book
it?
and I say,
Can Mug have a look?
"You may, but it is not leaving my possession. This book was a gift."
Hmm?
And I will, while holding it still.
Yeah. Oh, so you're holding it open.
Yes.
So-
What happens? This spell book. What does it take to be able to cast spells from it?
Being a spellcaster.
Any spellcaster?
Yes.
So a bard is considered a spellcaster.
Yes. But it has one charge a day, and I just used it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll start looking through the things and then go, why not understand what spell do? You smart. You smarter than Mug, and Mug seems to know what do.
Look, I was entirely confident that I knew exactly what this spell book did. But I cast one of the spells inside it, and it was twisted. For some reason, I have been able to extrapolate some equivalent values from the first two attempts I've made, and I'm basing that hypothesis on going forwards. Essentially, the name of the spell is modified by one letter with the intent to create some form of comedy. I tried to cast message,
What if it
and
is
receive-
bold person?
and I received an invigorating massage for 10 minutes.
Mug think that better spell.
I did enjoy it. It was after our jump off the mountain.
What other spell there in book? He goes to try and flick the pages, but your fingers are in the way.
I'm not going to allow you to see the rest. I will say, well, there is message, there is mage armor, hold person, as I said, speak with dead, ice storm, and teleport.
Ooh.
Telepotty.
I am at this point confident that none of them will do as you would expect.
Huh. Maybe only work one for one person. Mug one cast spell.
You'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Can Mug try?
Certainly. Are you comfortable with using a spellbook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mug read many book. He just.
I'll turn it back around and flip it over to the page that contains message, and I'll show you that one.
Who wants spell? He looks around the table.
What spell?
I don't imagine you want a massage because the book will therefore be touching you.
Storm's ignoring you all guys and still looking at her hands like...
The book will be touching me, but not a person, so that's the one I was kind of wanting.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, he starts reading some of it, then realizes he's started on page 2, so he goes back to the start of page 1.
it's a cantrip. It takes up less than a page.
Yeah. And yeah, attempts to cast the massage message spell.
Who are you casting on?
I will try and cast it on Sam.
Right. Sam, you feel your muscles start to loosen up slightly as something is kneading at your back and your shoulders.
It me just flops on the table going, oh yeah, that's the good.
It worked? This is new information. I'm very glad of this.
Now the important question, and in a slightly metagamey thing of the reason why I wanted to cast the spell, does the book speak to me?
Oh, God.
No. Okay.
So I'm just going to be at some point just poking their head up and like, next time I take a bath, can I borrow that spell, please?
I suppose so.
Having a massage in like a bubble bath. Oh.
I still need to learn what the rest of the effects are. I have guesses for some of them based on the restrictions of the common tongue, but my grasp of comedy is a bit lacking, so I haven't been able to make any firm assertions.
Did you just admit that you don't have a sense of humor?
No.
You should.
I should have a sense of humor, or I should admit that I don't.
Both. He's trying to like deadpan straight face, but you can see like a bit of a smile starting to curl up.
I close the book and I put it away and I say, so, we're taking a boat, yes, to Castle Lands?
If
Mug think maybe take a couple of days here, see if can help, then get boat.
Fair.
That seem best of both.
What would you have us do here?
Find out more about what happened with... Was it a king? Or what type of political structure does Namara have? Who was that? King, yeah. So, yeah.
So it's a king, and the king's 5 children are currently squabbling over who should take the throne next.
Correct.
Yeah.
So maybe first need find out fact of was looks carefully around to make sure no one's listening. Was assassin people? Was magic spell? Was ritual? Was what? All know king dead. Need know how. Then find out why. Then he goes back to his beer.
And you think we can find that information from here?
Oh no, but we can try.
I imagine if we were to find any leads, we'd find them right here, right now. This tavern this tavern is growing more lively, and people do love to gossip when they are drinking.
Good. Then, you come with me, we go, Captain, we find out.
I don't think now's a good idea. Oh, that's right there, yeah. You ask guard captain what happened, and Mug read mind. There, fine.
I deem this acceptable. Just before we go, though, I will ask Ash, in the time we've been hanging out and chatting, is that long enough for a short rest?
Yeah, you've been here for a little bit of time, yeah.
Arcane recovery, let's go. I want more spell slots.
I want level up 2 for more spells.
Maybe go talk captain in morning? Have 1 spell slot.
Oh no.
That can use.
That is also acceptable. Perhaps we can just use this evening to finally relax. As best we can. I have a question. Where's Storm's shadow?
He's probably been at the table the whole time, just sitting in the corner listening quietly, being a weirdo.
He is not at your table. He is sitting nearby, being his edgy lordiness, brooding in the corner by himself, growling at anyone who dares go anywhere near him.
God damn it.
As you look around, looking for him, though, your eyes just slightly go over someone standing directly in front of your table. When you look down, it looks like she may have been standing there for some time. She seems to be elven in nature, though her skin makes you think of that of an autumn tree. Her hair seems to be very wild and unkept as well, long almost down to her waist. She's standing on the tips of her toes. She looks probably about 14, maybe. She's standing on the tips of her toes, very wide-eyed, just bouncing back and forth, seemingly waiting for someone to notice her or a break in the conversation.
I say, "Good afternoon" in Elvish, and then switch back to common and say, "How can we help you?"
I'm here because you requested passage aboard our ship.
That we did.
Which ship?
The Magnus Mercator.
Double check. Oh, that's not.
Magnus Mercator?
Mercator, yes.
Okay. Yes. What is the word? Are you going to be traveling along the coast of the Kalstar lands?
Indeed. We'll be heading out by tomorrow morning.
What time?
Sunrise.
Okay. Thank you very much. How long will somebody on your ship be active this evening?
The watch will be on all night.
All right. We'll get back to you once we've made our decision. Yes, I'll look around at the table for confirmation.
She stands there for a moment as if trying to think of something. And then after a moment she's just like, there was something else I was meant to say and I don't remember it.
How unhelpful.
That's not very nice.
Kovac, you want Mug help her remember?
How would you go about that?
You know.
Do you consent to your mind being read, young lady?
Oh, you can do that? That's so cool. Do it.
Okay. Mug will,
This isn't gonna go badly at all.
because the spell is from the telepathy feed, he doesn't actually need components, but he will do the components as a performance for her to make it look impressive, rather than just staring at her and going, that's what it is. So might cast Prestidigitation to make some sort of thing. And then, use the last third level spell slot I have
Oof.
to cast the second level spell. And
boom went the tavern.
Mug can do surprisingly little boom.
In casting Detect Thoughts.
Yes.
On the surface level, you hear, "This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people
And-
started..."
At that point, a little voice going, "No singing, only remember."
Oh. But I don't know what to remember, and
You were
hear
speaking
her
with your
almost
captain.
consciously saying that, but in her mind, you're hearing the voice of her captain reminding her, 120 gold, that is the passage cost. Remember to tell them, so that they can agree to it.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
My
I mean,
initial response is to mess with her, and no, I shouldn't. My initial response was to go, you're supposed to tell us that it was 80 gold cost. Is that right? No. You needed to remember the cost. You should probably tell them now.
Yes. Yes. 120 gold.
For everyone?
Yes. For all of you, yes.
Would that include a cart?
Yes.
Could you be persuaded to lower that price with the offer of labor?
You could ask the captain.
Korvik,
Yes.
I've never sailed on ship. I would guess in way.
I'm offering a pair of unseen servants. They weigh nothing. They eat nothing, and would occupy a third of my mental effort per day, and will do all the unpleasant menial tasks that most don't care for on board a ship.
Kovac, need talk captain.
Fair. Thank you for your time, young lady. You may depart.
My name's Pip.
Nice to meet you, Pip.
She stands up straight, salutes you, and then rushes out. Extremely fast, just darting between all the people.
This is the song that never... Or just singing. Well, this is the
You
song
can
that
hear her
never...
humming as she runs off through the crowd.
Why is this a mixture of me and Alice? It's like...
Vic, you would have recognized her race as Eladrin, by the way.
Eladrin. Let's see. Cool.
And Mug, you probably met a few Eladrin along your travels as well.
Agent, kid's like, that's my cat's name. I am emotionally invested in this character. That's what we need to do. Name all of the gnomes Pip.
No. I was just going to say the other way is to like polymorph this Ladrin into a gnome, and then to have inner conflict.
Inner conflict.
You know they would just die immediately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I will riot.
is it obvious that she was an Eladrin?
Yes.
Okay. As she's leaving, Mug will say, not sure if we can trust her. Something seemed a bit off.
I liked her. I think she is good people.
Of how? I'm guessing by now at some point the massage must have worn off and Sam's just stretching, be like, I needed that so badly. Thanks, girly. Thanks. No, yes. I'm gonna go get a drink. Ugh. Forgetting it wasn't Kovac that cast it on them.
So, 120 gold departing at sunrise.
If we go.
It is. So, are we going, and is this viable? I fear that our opportunities to set sail may dwindle if we don't take this opportunity now, given that this port town so close to Demi may be emptying of ships.
How Xel'nari make decision? How you decide what do?
Well, I would say it would need to be a vote.
But for you, if 2 vote one, 2 vote other, then mug break tie. Good choice.
Hey, what about dog?
Mug and Thog break tie.
What if you both vote for one each of the other sides?
I
I'm
think that's when
currently-
you look over to see Thog completely unconscious with several drinks in front of him. Just
I was imagining him like.
Let's do restoration. No. I'll let him enjoy this.
I was imagining him in the middle of a keg stand. We were just trying to scales going, jump, jump.
no, he's probably already done that twice tonight.
Oh God.
We need to get a cursed item, which is invulnerability to poison, so he can't get drunk again, but he can't take the item off.
That's so mean.
Cruelty.
Oh my god.
He would waste so much money before he realized too, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
He'd be broke before you realised. He'd be like, I beat my current record.
I think he would abuse it.
Yeah.
He'd just be mad.
Oh
if
yeah, he
couldn't
would
take
also
it off.
make a lot of money out of
Yeah,
it. Yes, he would
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Mug would take him around and clean up at the betting.
So, I genuinely believe that our best option is to board that ship tomorrow. Mug, would you be... I know it was your intent to have a fun night this evening, but if we turn in early, we can arise pre-dawn and pay visits to the guard captain and question him prior to leaving.
If need be. Oh. What you think happen if we find where guard captains sleep, okay? Follow me on this.
Mm-hmm.
Find where guard captains sleep.
Not difficult, go on.
We break it. We find an open window.
That's still trespassing, go on.
We'll see. Then Mug speak to Captain in dream, ask question, and then read mind.
Ash, can I roll? Can I roll a history check to see if the Xel'nari have any laws in relation to unwarranted mind incursions?
You don't need to roll for that. You know that the Xel'nari have been known for a very whatever the cost approach to things, as long as it is not inhumane.
And justifiable.
Yeah. Well, not even necessarily justifiable. They will not torture or anything like that, but if they can do it in a way that is not inhumane, so probing someone's mind, then they can get the information. They will do it.
I remove myself from this, like, flashback to a textbook page and go, that is acceptable as long as we do not enter the premises.
Oh well. Doesn't matter, Mug can't cast spell today. Anymore.
So,
What do you want to cast?
Can Sam read mind?
No. But, and then you just hear in your mind, no, I can talk to you in your mind.
You'll get a reply back again going, so we can talk about the others without anyone knowing what we're saying. Are you
basically.
Are you really friends with Kovac?
Oh.
How dare you insist on anything other than... I mean, yeah, cool, we are. Duh.
What was she like in training? What's the tea?
That comes later. But about the same.
oh, nothing.
So you'll probably see that like Mug and Sam have this weird body language as they're kind of just like looking over at each other strangely. And then there's a bit of a nod, and then we go back to normal conversation.
There is nothing strange about what's happening.
Thalai, what you think? You seem want help.
I don't know. Yeah, don't know.
Yeah. Sam, Storm?
I think that we... Look, okay, so what I think is that there is no way that they would let us be the ones to be doing the big job. And that they don't need us to worry about it. Because there are bigger, more capable people on the job than us. So I don't think it's a problem if we just focus on what we can do, which is save Sam's sister. And if there is something we can do that the Xel'nari thinks of for us, Barda will let us know. If we want to go and talk to person, we can go do this. But what are we really going to find out here, all the way on the edge of Namara?
I'm inclined to agree. We are quite far removed, and even if we go to the Kalashtar Kingdoms, just because we can't help the Xel'nari with Namara doesn't mean we can't help the Xel'nari with the Kalashtar.
First and foremost, our priority should be the mission.
Well, we've been told we can go to Kalashtar and not to go to the capital. If our mission is to stop a war, the place to do that would be the capital. Because we can't do that, we can't further our mission in that regard, because the capital is where that decision ultimately will be decided.
Barda didn't say we couldn't go to capital of Demu and assassinate their emperor.
Hard
but
no.
As Mug continues to drink.
That sounds like that would escalate chance of war.
Mug, you're
Agreed.
drunk, you don't get to speak anymore.
I mean, that's not fair. And I
Mug
get up
sends
and I go to get some drinks as well from the bar.
As Storm says that Mug can't speak anymore, he sends a telepathic message saying, I can speak without speaking, ha ha ha.
She
So
just, looks,
smug.
she just looks at you. Okay.
Mug, go
That's fair.
go drunk your bed.
Yeah.
Maybe Mug go sleep now.
Yeah, go drunk your bed.
He'll walk past and then just kind of like pick up Thog and carry him up the stairs, swaying and accidentally hitting Thog's head into like the banister rail.
Yeah, every rail on the way up.
Look over that he's okay. Cast Cure Wounds, and then continue. Let's move it again. Oh, cast it again, and then go to the other side of the stairs and walk up and continue.
It's valid. It's like, yeah, okay.
Sam, if I have to make an executive decision, I will. It seems we have quite a bit of decision paralysis going on, and I honestly think we can do good trying to help your sibling.
Oh, no, I completely agree on that. But being a Xel'nari isn't easy.
No, but we've done our job to the best of our ability. We've been given restrictions.
Storm will pike up, and you'll notice she kind of glances over at Swift as she says this, and goes, "Nobody likes being forced to do things that they don't want to. I think we should help her first."
I'd like to come back with some drinks at this point. It's like, but we have signed ourselves up with the Xel'nari, which means that we put our job to the Xel'nari first before all else.
We have been told that there is not much we can do yet.
And we have been given permission.
We have been
by
given
Varda.
permission to help Sam's sibling.
But at the same time, we have also been told to be ready to help in Namara.
No.
And we can.
In fact, I don't recall anyone saying we must stay in Namara. There is no reason why we cannot help from elsewhere.
How
The
will we be able...
I think sometimes you need to let personal come before duty, because then you are betraying yourself for something
all.
else.
Not at all. Myself is duty to Xel'nari. Otherwise, I would not be here. If I did not want to put my duty to Xel'nari before personal preference, I would not be here. My clan would not dedicate one of us to come here every generation.
Well,
We understand the pact we made. I am dedicated to Xel'nari to the day I die.
well, I guess some
my
of us did
duty
not
is
have
to
much
Xel'nari.
choice.
My duty to Xel'nari will go for all personal preference.
Well, not all of us see things the same way. I am going to help Sam's sibling. That is what I have chosen. And it is my obligation as well now, because apparently I have to go home.
I'm gonna look over to what was his name? Subtlewing, was it?
Swift.
Swift?
No, subtling.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
nothing
subtle?
subtle
Oh.
about him.
Yeah, okay.
Subtlewing? And I'll just whisper, you don't have to go anywhere you don't want to, Storm.
Are you gonna stop him from taking me? Because he will make me go by force.
I think if it comes to it, then we can stop him.
He is one of the masters back home. He is far more skilled in combat than any of us.
We're not. We aren't exactly slouches either, though.
Have you spent every day of your life, and your life being much longer than ours, practicing how to wield a weapon and fight for some unknown reason, which I really actually don't understand? We live on an island. Like, why are they so obsessed with being so good at fighting for nothing? We don't fight anything. We, like, barely even hunt our food.
To answer your first question, I would argue yes, if we are to consider the mind a weapon, which I do.
Then a shadow looms over Storm a little bit as Subtle has moved his way over. To
She
answer your
shrinks a
second
little bit.
question, it is to hone the mind and practice something that guides you. It does not have to be a warrior's way. You would know this if you actually paid attention at classes.
It was boring.
So that tracks over at the Xel'nari as well, but you know.
I'm good at what I do.
I'm glad that the mind counts in your culture's book, as so it should.
Are you saying that you thought I thought intelligence wasn't important?
I wasn't sure what you were willing to define as a weapon.
He's still older than you are.
How
Oh,
old are you,
wait!
sir?
Oh my gosh, I forgot, Kovac, that you're old!
I'm not old, I'm 45.
Wait, what?
In cat years, that's so much older.
Kovac, I am 18!
Uh-huh. I would argue that physiologically I am around the same age. Just I've been around longer. I only reached physical maturity around 40.
That is the single
Again.
most absurd thing I have ever tried to wrap my head around. I don't
Yeah,
get it. It
again,
sounds so
what?
strange.
Well, also, by the way, Storm, you are aware that Subtle is only 2 years older than you, right?
Actually, Storm is also not 18. She's actually 17. And she still thinks he's old.
There's so much deceit.
Self-deceit.
Okay. A question.
Look, she's
we-
just being mean at this point.
Are we boarding the boat to the Kalstar Kingdom tomorrow? Yay or nay?
21-year-olds are old to 17-year-olds, man.
Is the Kalashtar Kingdom the one where my sibling was? I
Yes.
think that's the counter question.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
Storm?
What?
Are we boarding the boat tomorrow to the Kalstar Kingdom? Yay or nay?
I want to go help Sam Sibling. If that is the direction to go to Sam Sibling, then yes.
So yay. We're doing it. I'm going to talk to the captain.
Did I already say this? I thought I said this.
Alright. A decision has been made.
Oh, okay.
You've been outvoted. You can
We weren't
protest.
making any decisions, but we've had 3 Xel'nari members all vote yes to going to the Kalashtar Kingdoms.
But I will look over if Thalai is nearby, and I will look at his face like, this might not be full Xel'nari business, but I'm going. I need to make sure my sibling is safe. I'm sorry if this doesn't align with everything else, but it would mean a lot to me if you came along. You're my family as much as they are.
No, I don't have much choice, do I? And often lost my bed.
I'll run
What
up
is
as
that?
he goes to bed and I'll give him a tiny little hug on his leg. And then I'll let him go.
Alright.
That never happened, you can't prove it.
I will just softly pat your head when you give him that hug.
Is it one of those pats where you're trying to like push them
It's
away?
like a finger. It's a finger. It has it's a little finger.
It's like the soft, like tussle on like someone's hair, kind of.
Oh,
It's the lean over halfway just to be able to reach.
Yeah.
It's just
pretty
the,
much.
and I've got to go 90-degree angle.
Yeah, I mean, what was your height again?
Sounds not
Half
very
of
tall.
yours.
Because I'm 7'10".
Oh no, not even half. I think
No.
sounds like 3 foot something.
Yeah, it's
I
right.
don't know if I
No.
So, a bit higher than your knee?
Did I ever
Well,
write on
hold on.
Sam's
If
character
I'm
sheet
standing,
how tall they were?
I can reach my knee quite comfortably without really bending over. So,
Okay.
or just above it. So, I'm sure I'll be able to pat
1.5.
Sam's hair without too much hassle.
Indeed.
Where would it be on my character sheet, like where my height is? if I
Description.
wrote it
Uh,
down?
Description,
Description,
and then
yeah.
description characteristic.
Like,
Oh,
Kovac is 6'4" because Vidalkin are quite tall but skinny.
oh yeah, no, I've not written it down anywhere.
All right. Now, was Kovac going to the captain tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight.
Okay.
I'd rather get it all confirmed this evening.
I will go along with you. Oh yeah, the average halfling is about 3 foot tall. I don't even know if Sam's fully grown yet. So Sam might even be 3 feet tall.
We call that puntable.
Oh god.
The fastball special! Fastball special!
Oh my god.
Just you lob me and halfway through I'll just turn myself into a porcupine.
We've done the opposite, remember?
Mm-hmm.
When you were a
With the bag
mouse.
of holding.
Oh no,
it was
when
the
you were a mouse
yeah.
and Mug threw you across the battlefield.
Yeah, we
Oh, I
have,
love
we
it.
have.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're such
All
a
right.
shouldn't exist party, but that's literally every party in D&D. It's like, how do these people actually work together? You hear the stories of them from old, like, yes, they managed to do this and this and this, they're great, and you actually see them, and they're just fighting over the last slice of pie. It's just like,
Legit though.
It's accurate. All right.
I think the best example will be the the Vox Machina animated series. Actually, it's like a perfect example of
Yeah.
Now, just to confirm, which captain are you going to see? The captain of the guard or the captain of the ship?
The captain,
ship, wasn't it?
the captain of the Magnus Makata, yes.
Of the ship. Yeah. All right. So is it just you and Sam making your way down to the docks?
Make the way, unless Storm wants to come too.
If you request that Storm comes, she will. Otherwise, she'll start
Yeah,
pulling
sure.
out her bagpipes.
You should come
I
too.
think we leave Storm.
Mug went to bed at the right time.
I mean, if you come too, then we keep her from playing and we don't get kicked out of the town.
But if we take her, we have to take him.
I'd rather have somewhere to sleep tonight.
Okay. That's actually valid. Didn't we prepay for these though? They can't kick us out. We've paid.
What's
I
they can
don't-
kick you
Of
out?
course they can kick us out.
That's what happened in previous adventures.
Mhm. Yes, so we drag along Storm for the ride.
Storm
You
and
make your way
subtle
down to the
wing.
vessel. It's quite a nice vessel. Set at Moor. You can already see that the sailors are actually hard at work finalizing loading so that they can be ready at sunrise to make sail.
Mhm.
You see Pip dashing back and forth across the deck of the ship. And as soon as she spots you approaching, she stops and jumps up on the barrister and waves at you.
Dashing
Well
to
met.
and fro in a one-person open ship.
Storm vigorously waves back.
And waves you like to come aboard, and then jumps down, running over to the gangplank as you approach. She goes, you're early. It's first light. We're leaving.
Yes, but we wanted to confirm our attendance and perhaps allow you to include our cart in your cargo loading procedures.
I want to talk to the captain, please.
That makes a lot of sense. Captain might be bitten. I can get the captain for you.
Okay.
Do you ever like stop?
She starts hurrying off down.
She doesn't ever stop. Cool.
She doesn't stop.
No.
Storm just looks at Sam and goes,
What?
"Do you ever stop?"
I don't like these questioning.
Also, that's pot and kettle right there.
She has boundless energy and she's kind of cool.
He leads you to the back of the ship under the wheel, and knocks on the door. Then takes a step back, kind of leaning forward a bit, as if into a half bow, and directing you forward to the door.
I wait for the... Wait, she knocked, so I wait for the door to be opened.
You hear a voice from within. It's a calm but commanding voice. And it's just, enter.
I enter?
Storm doesn't hesitate. She got an invitation.
Sam will just wander in.
Subtle steps inside but stays at the door,
Okay.
trying as hard as possible to get to whatever shadow there is. Inside the room, it is rather well adorned. Even for a merchant vessel, they seem to have taken a lot of dedication and painstaking work to make this a little bit like home. Kovek, you immediately recognize the decor as not only Berivian, but also Videlkin. On the table sits a number of sea charts and apparatus, like sextants, and a globe to one side as well. A fine garb of a captain sits upon a mannequin to one side of the room, and a bed the other. The man standing in front of you is extremely well dressed. A little bit overdressed for one, being on a ship, and two, the time of night it is. It seems that he possibly was anticipating your arrival and so wanted to make a show of it. In his hand is a chalice filled with wine, and he is walking around to the back of his desk and sits himself upon his chair and looks over you for a moment. Yes. Ah, you are the Xel'nari who will be joining us.
Is he Videlkin?
He is indeed Videlkin.
Ooh, I say hello in Videlkin.
He returns the favor, but and then in common, he goes, perhaps we will stick to a more common tongue for your friends.
Indeed. I just quite appreciate the opportunity. My name is Kovek Royazi, and these are my associates.
Ah, the Ruliazi family. I am familiar. It's good to see you have graduated.
Indeed. Do I recognize this person at all? It's a small community.
You probably have not seen him, no.
Okay.
No, not before.
Might I ask your name?
Of course. That's where I bring it up. I am Pilvin, of the Lydia family. Which you would
Pilvin?
recognize as the entire family has been in naval trade for generations. In fact, going back as far as when the Videlkins settled within Berivia and Tanzanite.
Oh, damn. Okay, I mean, as a race, we did settle there because of our partially amphibious nature. That's cool.
So his entire family has been in naval trade. In fact, they were commanders of one of the first vessels for the Videlkins.
Ah, Nadir family. Always a pleasure to meet one of such renown.
You flatter me. But, you are Xel'nari, esteemed guests. What can I do for you? What brings you aboard my vessel so late into the afternoon?
we have spoken to Pip and wish to negotiate the offer that you gave us.
Yes, I expected as much.
Also, just double checking the fine print, all the extra bits that you might be considering that we might need. And yeah.
Yes, my first mate did mention that you had requested your carriage be brought aboard as well. There is room in the holds for it.
Excellent. Would the cost of passage be negotiable should some labor be provided?
Or was that already taken as part of the contract that we will be boarding your vessel on?
Of course not. You are esteemed guests. I do not expect you to work aboard my vessel.
I would
My
not be
crew are
working.
More than capable.
I was merely offering some of my arcane associates to perform some of the less pleasant tasks.
I'm sure some agreement could be arranged. What are you seeking?
A reduction in cost. I would be offering 2 unseen servants for 8 hours a day each day. And I offer you let us reduce the cost to 80 gold pieces.
Roll me a
I can also... Oh, I was like, can I add something in as well, if
Yep,
that's all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Depending on how many people are on your vessel, I can also assist in terms of a water breathing spell. So should anyone find themselves falling over in rough weather as we go along, they should be safe.
This
at
is
least
kind
while
of
they're in
tough
the
at
water.
moment, yes.
Apart from yourself and Kovac, of course, and I can go into a thing. But for those who are not so gifted,
My men have been sailing with me most of their life. As myself, many of them are generation sailors. If they cannot handle themselves in the high seas, then they have failed themselves at their profession. I appreciate the gesture, but not to be required.
Oof. That is
okay,
a
that's fine.
13 persuasion.
I was wondering if my
is
extra
touching-
assistance might have added the help action, but probably not.
Storm is touching a bauble.
Just playing with things in the background.
Yep. She has wandered over to a shelf and just touched something.
Roll me a d20, Alice, but as he leans back in his chair for a moment and thinks,
18. 18.
I can agree to 100 gold. Will this be acceptable?
I look to our team's master of coin.
What?
Would you consider 100 gold acceptable?
As long as that was, of course, going to be passage for the amount of us, which, if I remember correctly, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, hold on. This is me being bad at math. Hold on.
6,
Seven in carriage.
4, 5.
7 in carriage?
Yeah. There's 7 of us in carriage. There's 5 of us in this call, and then they've got the 2 NPCs that are following us.
Oh, yes.
Who's the second NPC?
Subtle.
Chloe.
Oh, Subtle. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that
I know
will
he
cover-
tries to blend into the background, but damn,
Well,
that's good.
You see,
You could always
It's a
get
really-
Subtle to pay for their own ticket. That might dissuade them from following along.
True. Yeah, as long as that pays for the 6, then I look at a subtle wing. 7 of us, the carriage.
food.
We can probably end up helping provide with extra bits and pieces if we go around to the port to assist with that. As long as it covers all the basics, then that's fine.
At this, Subtle turns to you and rummages in his belt for a moment, pulls out a sack and tosses it to you. It feels heavy as it hits you in the chest, Sam. And he looks at you. I will pay my way. Do not think me a freeloader.
Awesome!
I have gathered your coin.
Wait, what? This is all the coin?
When you
Let's
look
open it.
inside, you find about 60 pieces of gold, as well as about 40 silver and 80 copper coins.
I'm not gonna take all of his money. I'll just take his section of the payment, and I've got to do. I'm bad at math. Sam is probably not. I am.
Storm under her breath will go, okay, maybe you're not so bad.
Round up to 15 gold for it being roughly fair.
I'll take the 15 gold out of.
With you
his-
looking through the coins and shuffling through them, he looks over at you and goes, "Is it not enough? I
don't want to deprive you of the entirety of your funds. I'll be taking a small segment of this for your payment.
Your coinage is confusing. Different values.
See-
See? It's not just me!
Just in Kovek's mind, they hear from Sam, wow, those two are way more alike than they let on. Yes.
I nod slightly, and I say, Sam, if you could also perhaps cover me, I am a little bit...
That's fine. I was anticipating potentially doing more of this at some point, and then we'll
Storm
work it all
sits-
out later.
Storm sits on the floor, opens her bag. How much do I need to give you?
We'll work that out later, Storm. Okay, for now, taking the 15 out of this pouch, because this is one that's been provided to him, them, yeah, at the moment. We'll then pass the money back to Subtle, all then reach into their own pouch, and we'll count out 100 gold overall.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I'll take out 85 of my own money, and then we'll work it out later.
Seeing you go for the money, Subtle moves over to you and goes, "You can explain this to me later."
Okay. Yeah. Just remembers how it was like teaching Storm. Was like, is this gonna be like the second time?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This is fine. You know what, Storm, you can come in on this if you want as well.
Storm has
Later.
explained our trade.
Yeah. It's basically like another version of trade, except for you know what? We'll get on this tomorrow. We've got plenty of time on the boat.
For us, it is conch shell. One value. Unnecessary for confusion.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Storm's told us about this.
We also don't necessarily use conch shell. We also sometimes just do favor for favor, and we agree upon equivalent exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Unfortunately,
it's
it
just
doesn't
more
always work
efficient. Who wants to carry conch
Oh,
shells on them all
understood.
the time?
No, completely understand your way is more than likely better than ours, but unfortunately over here that way doesn't sail.
Captain Pilvin,
We're in a boat.
Captain Pilvin, we won't take any more of your valuable time. We will have our cart brought down to the dockside immediately, and we'll see you at dawn.
Fantastic. I look forward to it.
And have you got
Where
any particular...
do you plan to disembark?
I don't know the name of the city, do I?
No. You do.
You don't know the name of the city.
Pull out
He
your
must have charts.
He does. He has C
I'm
charts on
gonna-
his desk in front of him.
Glance down and try and see if I can spot one in the vague location I know that this city to be, and perhaps catch a name before I have to say anything.
You know, yeah, the rough area of where it is, and looking through it, you are able to find it. The city is named Silken.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice name. We stand.
We hope to disembark at Silken.
Fantastic. We can make port there temporarily. Will you be rejoining us for our travel north, or shall we be saying farewell there?
I imagine, unless something else happens, we may need to return to Xel'nari HQ,
We shall say
When
it
you
is
say-
undecided for now.
and we'll keep you posted.
When you say north, where roughly are you heading up northwise?
We are returning home, the home port of Perivia.
Where is that on the map, Ash?
That is in the top north. That is Tanzanite.
Let me just,
mwah.
It is Tanzanite.
Hmm.
Okay,
For
I'm just
the-
double checking
for
to
the-
see.
for the
Would that
audience.
be?
up here. So for the audience, we are. Is the cart where we are?
Yes,
So
you're in
we are
Marion.
down here. Oh wait, hang on. We're down here, and we're gonna be sailing all the way to here, and then they want to go back all the way up around the coast here
To the top.
to up
I
here.
mean, depending how it goes, we could, because that's another port town, go from there back to the Xel'nari as well. That might be
Indeed.
quicker.
Should we be unable to return due to Tanzanite, I would ask that you pass my regards along to my parents.
Of course. And it would be good to stop inside and see how everyone is going.
Indeed.
Some time since I've returned.
I imagine at this time preparations for the parade would be well underway.
Indeed they would be. We may be even back in time for them.
That would be joyous indeed. Regardless, we won't keep you further, and we'll see you in the morning.
At this, he bows to you.
I reciprocate, as is customary.
As you step back outside, Pip is standing at the door again, rocking back and forth on her feet. She goes, "Oh, good."
Indeed.
Storm is the last one to leave,
I gotta peek. Yep.
and on the way out, she just to Pip.
What do you give her?
A very small bottle rocket.
This
is gonna be a good
could not
ride.
imagine that her eyes could get any wider, but they
winks.
do.
She winks at her and then swishes her tail and just acts like nothing happened.
Her eyes widen up and she and quickly just stuffs it down the front of her top and see you tomorrow.
And Storm just like, yep, thumbs up as she walks away.
Right. Is there anything else that anyone needs to get done tonight?
What time is it roughly?
You'd be looking at around about 10 at the moment.
10 p.m. Yeah. I was going to see if we can probably try and... we're going back to the restaurant. I might see if they have any provisions or excess meats that we may be able to purchase from them and we can take it with us on the journey. Did they tell us how long the journey was going to be overall?
No, they did not.
Yeah, just kind of... before we head top back in, do we roughly know how long the trek is going to last, by the way, Captain?
About 3 weeks. If the seas are with
Awesome.
us.
Awesome. Alright, we'll plan for that. Thank you kindly. Bye. But yeah, I'll go, when we go back to the inn, I'll ask to see if they have any excess meats or anything I might be able to purchase from them that we might be able to bring with us as like provisions. Even though they will have their own, they're suddenly having to feed an extra 7 people, and I don't know how many the crew are.
They would have rations of like dried meats and fish. Salted meats.
Storm can cook. Who knows?
Absolutely
Maybe
she
they'll
can.
get one. Or perhaps we'll just get a meal. 1 meal, please. For anyone who's been watching Critical Role season 3.
Have not
Pretty.
yet. Have not yet.
That's fine. But yes. I'll go back and just see kind of what bits they have, especially fruit.
Fruit
No
is probably
scurvy
something
for
they
us.
do not have a great abundance of at the tavern, at least. There would be fruit markets available, but you'll probably have to get in there early before getting aboard the ship.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Kovac would also know that the vessel itself would have a decent supply of fruits and vegetables, as this is an honourable trading vessel who takes care of their crew.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy the captain's been talking.
It's one of those things like if we can give any slight excess, maybe we'll, I don't know, nice, fun things later, or they'll be less likely to want to throw us overboard if we cause trouble. Storm. Thog.
You do realize that she has nothing better to do on this ship than play bagpipes, right?
This is what I mean. I'm trying to spice in the deal. We've already paid.
Kovac already regrets.
I'll have nowhere to go except this sweet embrace of under the sea.
It's fine. You can breathe.
Why?
I am still preparing.
Unfortunately
water
for you,
breathing.
so can Storm.
But you can't play bagpipes underwater.
Well, not that you're aware of, at least.
God damn it.
gosh.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at what spells to prepare. Also, something very fun I've noticed because of the new spells in the books. I've got a new one called. Is it Tree Absorb?
Tree stride?
Tree meld.
No,
is it?
no. It's literally not even like. I can't. Tree meld. I can meld into a tree and make it an awakened tree.
What?
And there's not much more information. Yeah, there's not much more information on it. I think it's very brand new. And I'm like, can I do that to a ship? No. It's weird. Yeah, it's some weird. I'm looking at what spells to make sure I've got prepared. So water breathing will be there. So while we're on the ship, I'll offer out to the people who want it. Just off the, I can do 10 people. So it's a ritual. Doesn't take up a spell slot. But you never know. Seas are rough.
All right.
It lasts 24
Anything
hours.
else for the afternoon? Otherwise, we will skip ahead to morning.
Making sure the cart gets taken down to the docks, but I'm sure that the docks themselves have like mules to
Correct.
help with that.
Fair enough.
It's gonna
In
be
the morning,
tight.
you get everyone up. I assume Thalai is his usual late to rise.
No, I went to bed relatively early.
He also doesn't have a choice. We have to be there at crack dawn.
Thog is probably dragged from bed.
If anything, Storm is bouncing on his bed. Wake up, Thug! Wake up! Wake up! We got to go! Thug! Come on! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
I'm up.
Wakey!
Please
wakey!
tell me you know silence.
What's that?
It's a spell. It's good
Nope.
for...
Let's go! Wakey!
Good
wakey!
for, it's good for hangovers.
Do I need to cast Lesser Restoration to get rid of his hangover?
Don't waste your effort.
I was gonna say, like,
I'll be
if it's
fine.
getting that difficult, I will.
No,
but
it's just her. She's loud.
you
Sorry,
just
Thug.
noticed?
Come on, let's go! She doesn't stop bouncing
Okay.
though.
He finally gets himself up. Alright. You make your way down to the harbour once more, and find Pip standing side by side with Pilvin at the gangplank, awaiting for you. Good morning.
Good
I
morning.
hope we are ready to set sail.
Indeed. Everybody is present and correct?
This is your crew?
Indeed. Don't
May I
mind.
have introductions.
Kovac, he's like you.
Yes.
Huh.
A very happy happenstance.
Sam. We met last night.
Indeed.
Me is Mug, not met last night.
Looks. I'm Thog. Oh, I'm Thog.
Thog has a hangover.
The lie.
I'm Storm.
That's Kovac.
Did we get a name for the captain?
Captain Pelvin Nadir.
Lydia.
Lydia, okay. Changing my notes.
I am the captain of this fine vessel. You may call me Pilvin. If you require anything, then speak with Pip. She'll be more than happy to accommodate. Otherwise, I would simply request that you stay out of the men's way as they work. If you wish to assist and are capable to do so, We will welcome it, but we do not require it of you. We'll be at sea for 3 weeks. If there is anything else, please say so. Otherwise, we shall set sail now.
I have a question.
Indeed.
No, it's okay. Never mind.
Very well.
She does this from time to time. Apologies.
That is the most Storm conversation ever.
Can we retrospectively say that I went to the pub in the and asked for any excess things they had? For,
Yeah, you would have been able to get some rations in the morning beforehand.
Cool. How much would that run me?
Just purchase rations through the standard market.
D&D Beyond. It's D&D.
All on the player's handbook.
Give me a number. My bad.
We'll worry about it later.
Okay, cool.
You have more than enough to cover it until we can give you a number.
Correct.
Yay! Good, because I covered the rest of you.
Ooh, I give Mug back the 25 gold he gave me as bail money just in case.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, how much are we paying?
Oh, it was 100 gold altogether. It's been paid.
Oh, well then, and I'll pass 10 gold to you to cover for Myers. Part of it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Very well. All aboard. We shall set sail.
Cool. May we see where we will be sleeping?
Of course. Pip will take you to your quarters.
Smashing.
That he walks up the gangplank and takes his position at the helm. And Pip, who has been, again, rocking back and forth, eagerly waiting, says, this way, I'll show you. You're down near my room.
Excellent. I follow.
Storm winks.
Or and donk.
Oh,
Oh, you're really, 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 really tall. You're gonna have problems under deck.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Yeah, no, you're fine, but your friend is not.
Yeah, that was a joke. Okay, cool.
Thalai,
Maybe-
you'll have to spend most of your time while you're below deck hunched over.
Oof.
Can,
It's fine. We have the massage spell.
or you just spend all your time above deck or asleep.
I'm curious now. It's like, who gets seasick?
is it
Yeah.
possible to sleep on deck out of way somewhere? This is too cramped.
Ah, yeah, some of the swappies do all the time.
I think I will do that.
And she leads you below deck. It seems that most of the crew sleep in hammocks amongst the gun deck itself. The ship itself is of decent size, but it seems that a lot of that space is taken up by cargo hold below, leaving not a great deal for crew compartments. There is a gantry for food for the cook, and he has his own hammock set up in the pantry of sorts. But there is room at the back of the vessel, below the captain's quarters, that seem to be made up for travelers who come aboard. So you do have 3 rooms to yourselves to divide up however you see fit.
just going back to the gun deck. Are we packing black powder on this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I exchange
black powder.
I exchange a meaningful glance with Sam and look down at Mr. Nibbles.
Fire all the time. I mean, me on the other hand. No.
Be careful on this boat, please.
No, I'm fine. It's kind of gives a glance over at Storms, like in the right areas. This should be fine.
The ship itself does not have much in the way of cannon. It is only 4 to a side. So it is capable of fending people off, but in a drawn-out firefight against an actual combat vessel, it has no hope in hell.
Although you'd pity any pirates that try and attack while this party's on board, because
Yes.
many spells, much sinking.
Yes.
Oh, I could do so much to an enemy ship. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it just might happen.
Not to mention, if they have black powder and you have fireball,
And I can cast it from.
120.
More than 120 because he can cast it through Wisteria.
No, I can cast it.
That's only touch.
Oh, yes, through your book.
I cast it through my book, so if I have the time, I can cast a fireball up to 450 feet away.
Artillery.
I will also offer out to everyone, like, do you want me to cast water breathing? I'm going to do it anyway. Do you want in?
Yes.
Who doesn't need in? You
I'll
don't
take
want
it.
in.
I'll
Mug
take
one,
it.
not drown.
I'll take
I
it
don't
because
need it.
I'll take it because 24 hours is better than 1.
Cool.
I would only
before-
need it if I became unconscious.
Okay. Before Pip leaves, I will mention, like, I already mentioned this to your captain. If you got anyone on your ship who feels like a benefit maybe from water breathing, send them over here. I can do like 10 people.
Her eyes just widen and she bounces back and forth like, oh. Does that mean I could swim under the ship?
Yeah.
If we find caves, I can explore inside the caves.
Oh, this is probably a bad idea. Yes, technically, but no. Only with permission. Not that I'm your captain.
Yeah,
But as your
the captain
age
says I
superior.
have to stay aboard unless it's a sanctioned shore leave.
That's a good captain you got on your hands. Yep. So how many people is it so far? I got me, Fly, Mug, Kovac, Thog?
Dog's swaying a little bit under his hangover, and he's it could be good. I've been on vessels before, but just in case.
Swift?
No, I am fine.
Cool. So that's 5 people. Storm?
Only if you want to, as I said. I only need it if I go unconscious.
Alright, I've got room for 5 more people. But if you're doing it, then I've got room for 4 more people.
I don't
Did
really...
I count me?
Sam,
Yes, you did.
Yes.
don't you know I can hold my breath for, like, ever?
Well, yeah, but as you said earlier, just in case you fall unconscious, it's one of those. May as well.
Indeed.
I mean, I've got like a certain amount of people that I'm accustomed to doing. Basically, like 1 per finger. Even if I lose a finger, I can still do it to this many fingers.
I can breathe underwater for an hour, but we may have to be underwater for longer than that, and I would like to not have to tire out my oxygen bladder.
It's also embarrassing if the amphibious race is the one that can't stay underwater for the longest.
I'm partially amphibious.
You hear a call up from above. Raise anchor! Set the sails!
What's this gonna take? I'm gonna cast it. So it takes me 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes to do it. And as I say to everyone else, if anyone who wants this done isn't here, it's not getting done. And then I'll just start doing the cast. It's a 10-minute ritual, so. And those
Is that
people.
jaunty sea music I hear?
Is jaunty
It
music
is.
you hear? I don't know if the stream can hear it because I think Alice's audio is not playing it, but
It may be broken, unfortunately, and I can't fix it without ending the entire stream, so...
Makes sense.
It is very jaunty, though, everyone who's listening. But yeah, so I'll do that. Has Pip brought anyone down to get this cast on
No.
them?
no one else from the crew. They are definitely hard at work getting the ship out of harbour.
In
All
that
hands
case,
are
when-
definitely required for it.
when Pip dashes back, I'll just quickly do a little pew at them. I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to come past at some point. She seemed excited about it.
She is seen all over the deck, running everywhere, back and forth.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This is fine. But yeah, I'll do that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us definitely have it cast on them.
Okay.
Pip, if they go nearby enough for me to just kind of like, there you go. And then that'll be 7, so yeah. One question about this spell though, because there's a ritual I can cast up to 10 people, but it doesn't say it lasts. It says it lasts 24 hours, but it doesn't say I can't do it again.
Yep.
For another
Correct.
10 people?
You could cast it on the entire crew if you wanted to, if you had the time.
That's interesting. That's something I never thought about before.
Yeah.
But
Like-
yes, so
Like flipping Unseen Servant isn't concentration, so I'm planning to cast 2 every hour, and then spend the remaining 40 minutes doing whatever I want.
valid. I thought some of these were like, once it's done, that's it. You don't get it redone, and the spell doesn't specify. So neat.
Yeah,
We
so
have water breathing.
in terms of quarters, Kovac is going to put her more cumbersome belongings in the nearest quarters to the door, and then go back on deck and start fulfilling her promise and conjuring some unseen servants.
Now, are people spending time below deck for takeoff, or are you heading back up above?
Marg will be up on deck watching the land sail away into the distance.
I'll go up. So we're just going to start rolling to see who's got some. Who can't swim? No. Well, my brain is thinking, but words are hard. Seasickness. I'm making it more complicated than I need to be.
I'm
You
gonna
see the
presume
crew.
the storm is fine.
You see the crew moving back and forth above the deck, hard at work. They definitely have an air of professionalism about it. They've clearly been doing this for a very long time, and all are very skilled at what they do. The ship pulls out of harbour, and you get fairly close by one of the tall ships, one of the warships that was in harbour here. That you can also see aboard the vessel that crew seems to be hurriedly making preparations to set sail as well. Which is a little concerning, as you believe that the 2 tall ships that are out in harbour here, the 2 warships, are typically here as defensive ships, not meant to really set sail. Which means that something is definitely escalating. But you start making your way southwest, and it isn't long until the shore is on the edge of your horizon. They never fully take it out of line of sight as they start sailing south.
Making our way southwest.
Sailing fast, wind behind us in our sails.
Barring any unfortunate events, you have 3 weeks at sea. What are your plans to entertain or occupy yourselves during this time?
Bagpipes.
Oh no.
Covertly disabling bagpipes.
Making money by selling earplugs. No, I'm not doing that.
I mean,
No.
I mean, she's not bad at playing them.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
just chose a very
proficient.
bad time to play it the first time they went into a tavern.
No. Mug just hates the bagpipes as a musical instrument on principle, no matter how good the player is.
I mean, that's fair. I respect that.
yeah, we respect the hustle. I will probably be going around and looking at various things, and I'm exploring the ship.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll find the places I'm not supposed to go to, because we weren't told we weren't to go in anywhere. Yet.
Probably the only place that you're not allowed to go would be the cook would be shooing you out of the pantry if you ever went in there.
I
saying,
go there to drop off any extras,
saying
just
that
as a
you
thank you.
expressly require his permission to enter to get anything, as
That's-
he keeps a very detailed log of all of the ship's provisions.
Storm pushes her luck a couple of times.
Other than that, the only other place would be the captain's quarters themselves. Other than the rest of the ship is pretty much free reign for you.
Yeah, I just had a really bad idea. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Of
I
course.
love
so-
bad ideas because I can definitely not use them to abuse the
It's
party.
not like a horrible idea, but it's like, you know how Storm says she's going to try and push her luck? I want to try and do something similar, but I want to use my crispy bacon to add bacon to the stock and try and see if that messes with them as well. I can do it once per day. It's only one piece, but just like an extra piece of bacon suddenly appears every now and then. I just want to see how that drives them.
Storm
I only do it for like the first
Would
few
be
days.
down to help you with that, absolutely.
Even worse, you do it consistently for a week and then you stop, and they go, "But where's the bacon? I was expecting bacon today."
Or it's the whole thing of like, we never had bacon on this ship. Where's this come from?
There is definitely a great level of confusion as you see the cook go into the storeroom sometimes, doing their checks, and then coming out very confused at how rations have been added to the stores rather than subtracted. He's used to Pip probably sneaking off with a few things every now and then, but suddenly there's things coming back.
Helping.
Also, early on in the trip, Mug wanted to have a conversation with Storm. So probably within the first couple of days.
Okay. And how does this conversation go?
Storm's
Mug
probably
will
sitting
try-
on the edge of the boat with her feet hanging off.
Mug will, sort of late afternoon, Mug will go up to Storm and go, Storm, you busy?
No? What's up?
You trust Mug? Mug isn't laughing, but I'm just laughing at your reactions.
She like gives you a long hard stare and goes,
Okay.
to a point.
Hmm?
I trust you are good oak. I do not trust that you would not prank me.
Mug, say this. Mug, not prank. Now.
Right
Mug
now?
won't give... Right now. Mug won't give gift.
Okay.
You follow.
I'm curious. Let's go.
Goes over and
It's gonna go so
climbs
badly.
up the mast, the center main mast, very sort of carefully and making sure that he's holding on tight as he's sort of climbing up.
Storm is
And
not
get-
being careful at all.
Gets to a point sort of fairly well above the ship and away from the others. That's definitely up there. And then goes... Storm,
Yeah.
you were the first to accept me in this group. The others... Oh no. The others accepted me, but you were the first to treat me as a friend.
Are you not
So-
friends?
We haven't known each other that long, yet you still... You welcomed me. That is very rare in these sorts of lands. I wanted to, if I could, give you a gift of something I think that you could find useful and valuable.
Okay, you don't have to give me gift. To be honest, everybody here is kind of strange. I just treat everyone like friend.
But many people, many people that I've met in the travels try to take advantage or see some way to use or feel more important than others. And you don't. And that is something that I think is very important and with you.
Are you feeling
So-
okay? I feel like you're saying a lot of really nice things that no one ever says to me.
That's also why I was moving away from the others, so that I can speak clearly and freely.
It's
But-
subtle around these two, by the way, as he speaks normally. I'm just wanting to check.
Well, it's not like she's going to run away in the middle of the ocean.
But she could.
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
he
He knows that she can. She has done.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, yeah.
if you look around for him, you can find that he keeps his distance, but he definitely keeps his eye on her at all times.
Yep.
So out of earshot potentially, but definitely not out of eyesight.
So, the as sort of sitting there holding on to the mast on one of the crossbeams, he says, "So, if you do trust me, hold on, but close your eyes."
What am I? She grabs the mast and closes her eyes, her ears twitching, like
Yep.
listening to every sound that possibly happens, and her tail flicks a little bit.
This is something that my mother taught me. It is a way to relax, to think about things and find answers to questions. So as you sit here, you can feel the breeze in your fur, the swaying of the mast as the ship goes through the waves. No storm, close both your eyes. And he goes back to the beginning again.
She flicks her tail.
So he's going to try to lead you through a meditation. A short meditation to relax the mind and clear out some of the thoughts. And so as he sort of explains it to you to get you into sort of the mindset, he starts to sort of sing or hum notes. As the ship sways in one direction, it's a higher note. As he sways in the other direction, it's a lower note. And just tries to get you into a relaxed, meditative trance, essentially. So not hypnosis or anything like that, but just getting you sort of centered and relaxed, guiding you through.
She resists initially, like you can just tell she's like really like just unawares of it. But you find that she actually falls into it much more naturally than you'd expect.
Yeah.
Like she's done this a lot and just really resists doing it. Not that she's not. Yeah.
So as sort of it gets to sort of it's not a long period of time, but it's a bit probably hard to judge exactly how long. While you're still got sort of eyes closed, Mug sort of says, "I hoped this would allow you to get peace. When things are confusing, when things are troubled, think of this and open your eyes." And as you open your eyes, you see that the sun has just started to set, and so the sky has sort of that orange color coming through. The clouds have this sort of pinkish hue as the light's hitting them on a different angle. And Mug goes, "It is not a gift of coin or a gift of money. I know you don't value such things. But if you ever feel upset or feel overwhelmed or anything else," and he casts a minor illusion to bring out the color palette of that sky and those clouds, think of this and maybe you have a moment of peace and relaxation.
She does, like, she opens her eyes, obviously, when you were not told her to, and she looks around, and she looks at you and everything else and goes, "You would make good monk teacher. Much better than the monks at home." And she gets up and gives you a big hug.
Mug sort of awkwardly tries to like hold on tightly with one hand because his balance is absolutely shit. And like accept the hug without falling off and falling over.
And she gives you a big hug and goes, "Thank you, Mug, for also seeing in me more than what everyone else seems to."
Everyone has capacity for good and bad. We need to choose what we grow in our heart.
I am still learning. There is a lot about this place that is, frankly, very uncomfortable, actually. I don't understand it, and I don't really like it, to be honest. But there are very important things to me that are here and not back home. And I don't find myself able to make an easy decision. I don't have anything happy back home. Not that I can remember. But this is also a very strange place, and I miss the comfort of home.
What do you think home is? What is home to you?
Home is where I can be happy and free.
Then there is no back home, there is only this home. I left the place where I grew up, but that it became not a home. It was the home of my father. It is not my home. Maybe I'll find a home. Maybe not.
Well, I thought that I was making myself a new home. But, and she glances down at Swift, which she knows is staring at them up there. It seems there are other people who have other ideas.
Maybe your friends can help you find a home. And looking down at Subtle and dealing with not friends.
She tilts her head sort of towards you and goes, "He is actually not friend. He is not bad either. It is complicated. But he does kind of make me miss home a little bit. Or rather, some of the things that I came from."
If my travels have taught me anything, it's anything we want to do, we have it within ourselves. Me, I put on a show. I don't know what I'm doing. I suggest stupid stuff and then suddenly we're like about to die. Like, I don't know why people listen to me.
Mug,
What?
it was brilliant. Okay, no, it was terrible idea. It was so stupid.
Stupid, yes.
But it was fun.
But what happens if next time the stupid idea doesn't work?
You trusted me to make distraction.
Yes?
It worked. It wasn't a very smart idea. I'm pretty sure the place is probably still covered in shit. But it worked. we all have our own unique way of solution making. I think it's just how we make the string tie the knot. There are lots of knots in the string, but your knot might not be the same as my knot, because we learned different ways to make knot. But they still work. They still tie the two pieces of string together.
That's not a bad idea.
I like your performances. And I think you are a very talented person. I'm glad you joined us, Mug.
It's been interesting.
Sorry
I'll have to see where...
sorry it's been a little bit, you know, it's not always this chaotic.
I've been hearing some of the stories, and it seems to be pretty chaotic.
Well, look. There was a healthy bit of pranking. But mostly I just like to draw dresses into books.
I'll find a gift for each of the others so that they have my thanks for saving me, but I wanted yours to be the first. Because you were the first to welcome me.
Thank you.
So clearly. And he sort of looks out over the out to the sea as the sunset is rapidly diminished and it's getting sort of into the twilight sort of hour, just as the sun's sort of setting but not fully dark, and goes, I might stay up here for a bit. It's kind of nice between day and night without knowing exactly which it is.
Me too.
Might sit and think for a bit.
I will sit and think too. And she pulls out this really crude map that you probably didn't even realize she'd been carrying with her. And
I honestly thought you were going to say you'll pull out the bagpipes.
no! She embraces the quiet, and you see she starts sketching on a map that she's been building. Adding little details here and there, and you notice that underneath that map there is actually another map of an island, which she adds a few details to, but doesn't seem to spend too much time on.
Yeah. And then at some point after it's sort of gotten dark and like the lanterns on deck have been lit up, Mug will sort of slowly climb his way back down carefully.
Mm-hmm. And she will keep an eye out and cast Levitate if he should fall. She'll make sure he gets down okay.
Yeah. So that was that little scene that I wanted to bring in during the journey.
Aww.
Alright.
May I go next? I have some just broad thoughts. So, I'm still working on my project. Ash, is it possible to physically assemble it completely before I have to do the thing to make it work again?
You should be able to, yes.
Okay, because I have mending all teed up. How long would that take in days, do you think?
Roll
Because,
me a tools check for
tools?
yes.
What kind of tools?
What would you think is necessary?
I mean, I'm just casting the mending spell over and over again. I'd say the most challenging part would be finding the right pieces that match the other right pieces. So, I know I'm good at it, but investigation seems prudent.
Yeah, let's just go with investigation. Yeah.
Trying to solve a puzzle. That is a 21.
It'd probably only take you the better part of a day, maybe two.
Okay.
At most.
Well then, shall we say that when Mug has finished climbing down the mast and is feeling very relaxed from having spent time with Storm. He sees that Korek is kind of perched on the stairs, going up to the wheel, and kinda looks like she's been waiting for him. Mug. Hello. I did not want to interrupt your conversation. I wished to show you something. And she reaches down and pulls forth from the bag of holding a lute.
Oh.
We acquired this during the earlier stages of our mission against...
He's like looking it over.
Ideally, there should not be a seam of damage left in this thing, but it probably needs restringing. Because, just... why not?
Looks very impressive. Where you get?
It was acquired from the lair of the Sinister Bard. We are continuing to...
Hand it straight back to you.
Your hesitation is entirely just justifiable, as until quite recently, this instrument was cursed. And had effectively cursed myself. Thalai rendered this instrument into many, many small pieces. And after doing so, and after learning the tricks of better identifying a curse, over the past few weeks, I have been finding the runes on the inside that specifically correspond to the curse portion of the magic, and striking them out. This does still require an infusion of magical energy to make it a functional magical lute once again, but for now it's intact, and I wish to show you my progress because it was my intent to give this to you upon it being fully repaired.
And you're sure it's safe?
Am I sure it's safe?
Sure enough.
Yeah.
As sure as you are capable of being sure.
99.3% safe, yes.
So it's cursed.
So 0.7% of me will be cursed.
Your little
yes. Your pinky toe will have a mind of its own.
Vengeance.
A pinky toe with
Always shifts the foot just enough to cause it to be stubbed on a table.
That's the reason why I have a dex score of 6.
Is it the type of curse that once you're cursed with it, it realizes that, oh no, you're already fucked enough as this, I want out. It's like, no, you're locked into this now. You're locked into this.
You're locked in here with me.
Yeah.
Mug have loot string on other loot. He'll go back to his belongings, get his actual loot, start taking the loot strings off and putting it onto...
I imagine you probably carry some spare strings.
I probably have, yeah.
That makes sense.
And sort of,
You're a bard by trade.
sort of like trying to listen, tuning. Ugh.
Yes, the 7% curse is that it's just slightly off tune.
0.7%. And that's fine. A talented bard can compensate for that.
Yes.
Well, Mug needs see if work. So I'm going to use the what's the ability called?
Magic.
Enthralling performance.
Oh.
So that kind of infuses a bit of magic into it and just start shredding with the loot. I'm not going to target anyone to be charmed.
Yep.
But yeah, just using that to sort of make a very impressive display.
You can definitely feel your magic flow through the instrument.
Sounds good.
Ash, as I've been doing this study, do I yet know what I need to fully fix it, or is that research that I need to do later on?
It is research that you'll probably need to do later on.
Okay. It would be fine by me if you wish to keep this loot with you, but I will potentially require it back incrementally as I continue to fix it.
And you're sure it's not cursed?
I am as confident as a person in my position is physically possible to be.
If Mug turn into evil bard, Mug coming for you first.
I am able to remove curses now, so it should not be an issue.
It's only a 16 for intimidation.
Wow.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping that would crit.
I am a little shaken, but not visibly.
Stirred.
And yeah, he just like goes off working on some scales on the new loot.
Yes, you now have a broken instrument of the bards.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
The DOS loot. Other than that, I will probably spend the occasional evening trying to spend time with Captain Pilvin, because Kovac is a tad starved for her culture and just enjoys being able to spend time with another Vidalcan. If they're alone, she'll probably default to just speaking Vidalcan because it's nice to flex that muscle, and it's just...
He definitely enjoys the company and being able to talk his home tongue, as it's definitely something he doesn't get to flex very much out on the seas.
Just enjoying talking about home, the old neighborhood, like different kinds of
He also
activities that I
appreciates the level of professionalism as well.
Good. Okay. Other than that, I think she would be occasionally experimenting with the Tome of Misspells. So one evening, she's just like quietly in her quarters and goes, oh, actually, I should ask, who would be sharing quarters with her? Because that's relevant.
Yes, you have 3 rooms to separate yourselves amongst.
I presume that Thalai refuses to come back down there. So, and I feel
Seems
like
entirely fair.
so I feel like Mug and Thog would probably end up sharing. Or-
Because we're orcs, we have to share.
Because you're boys.
Boys.
Stinky. Stinky.
Subtle would
Yeah, we
probably-
can share with Sam.
I feel like Subtle would insist upon not letting Storm out of his sight.
No, he would be comfortable with sleeping in a separate room.
Okay.
So we can put the 2 orcs and the cat together.
If she thinks that she's stepping out without him being aware of it, then she's wrong.
Also, I feel like Sam would insist on having a room to themselves.
Or with Kovac.
Or with Kovac.
Okay. Then let's say one evening, like a week into the trip, Kovac is standing, sounds like on on the bed, and she's like, "Okay, I have checked as many variables as possible, and I believe
I've got the list.
Indeed, I am. The numbers have been crunched. I believe that. I believe rage armor to be the most humorous option.
Go on then,
this list.
hit me.
Alright. I will cast mage armor from the Tome of Misspells on Sam.
I'm hoping it's going to be sage armor. It's just a bunch of books get torn up and wrapped around.
That'd be cool. Or it'll be mage.
armor.
No,
Nothing
it's mage armoire. It's just
That's
going to be
the
nothing
other
but clothes. It's going to be mage clothes.
No.
It's like turns mage into furniture.
Can I get you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please,
Oh.
Sam? As yes, a large, fancy wardrobe
What?
spawns in your location, calling.
I called it!
It is Mage Armoire.
Oh my god, I didn't even consider.
I had just a random guess as well. I'm super happy with that. 9.
Okay, you hear the creak of something above you. Look up in time to see it fall upon you.
I was just joking!
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it collides with you.
You
I
know
can't
how
believe
much
it was
money we
actually
could
the
make.
thing!
My gods. Sam, are you well?
Can you get this off me?
It would take me far too long.
Does this thing just disperse after a while?
I have no idea. I'm gonna look
Perfect.
inside.
You can subtly hear the book chuckling to itself.
I look back down at the book and go, really? An armoire? That's
Yeah, it's on top of me!
that was
right.
the funniest option?
It'll
You'll
be
hear a
gone
knock
in a
on
day
the
or
door.
two.
A day?
Walter.
A day or two. Who is it?
You okay there?
Mostly
Yeah.
Sam.
Hear Big Bang.
I can't open the door. There's magical furniture in the way.
Oh, it's magical. Okay, dispel magic.
It vanishes.
I've been teaching myself things, okay?
Good spell. I'm
Is
gonna.
that your teaching of how to deal with Kovac? It's magical bullshit. Dispel magic.
I haven't learned the art of counterspell yet. I don't know if I can. I know I've got dispel magic, but I don't know if I've got counter.
I don't think you can either. That's alright.
Uh,
I'll open the door.
There's probably an indent in the bed where it just went.
Magic furniture?
Yeah.
Yes, I did not account for the word armor being the one varied in the casting of that spell.
I
Yeah.
thought maybe you have some of Storm's mushrooms. Okay, that makes more sense.
Wait, she has mushrooms?
She found some in forest, kept them.
I forgot about that.
So,
Oh well.
so with that information, probably each subsequent day I'm going to be running experiments on the mage armoire. I will go down to the cargo hold, somewhere a bit more spacious, cast it again, and I'm gonna check what's inside.
Yeah, so we're gonna check what's inside this time. I'm
It
not
is
gonna
empty.
be in the area.
Is mage armor counted as a touch spell?
Mage armoire is indeed a touch spell. Yes.
So touch the floor. Just touch the floor.
No. Mug have entertaining idea.
Oh dear.
Uh,
Get Wisteria to fly up really high, cast Mage Armoire on Wisteria, and watch this wardrobe just like plummet into the ocean.
Is this the new catapult?
Oh no.
Just mage armoire.
I'm so scared.
I can get inside of it. It can give me cover.
So,
It can give you armor.
so
Give me.
I'm there with Sam again. What's inside the mage armoire?
Nothing. It is empty.
It's empty?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to leave something inside. I'm going to take out the bag of 90-something ball bearings I have, put it in there, close the armoire, and leave it until it goes away by itself.
Okay.
And I'd like to know if the bag of ball bearings gets left behind or not.
Once it despells, the ball bearings drop to the floor harmlessly.
Okay. So it's just a big piece of.
Just there.
I just conjure a wardrobe.
Neat.
Okay.
Also, have you
Hmm?
so at any point have you actually been checking the pendant and the key? Because I don't know if the rest of us know that you've been given both of the bits.
Did
Remember
Mug?
the clockwork?
Yeah, Mug ended up with
Yeah, Mug has both of them because.
Oh, Mug has
is-
both now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kermit was scared that we might need to use it, so she would rather that both pieces be together just in case the worst
Yeah,
happens.
I just couldn't remember if it was you or if it was Mug who had it. I'm not saying that I know, but it's just me being curious if it would have been played with at any point. Cool.
And yeah, other than that, she just does magical nerd stuff and provides her arcane aid to the ship.
At some point during the trip, probably not too far into the trip, Storm will spend some time talking with Subtle? No, yeah, Subtle. And awkwardly inquire about back home.
What do you want to know about home? You do not seem keen to return to it.
I have a new life here. I did not think it possible for me to return home. So
Did you ever try?
once we did. We took a boat out back to where I thought the island should be, and it was not there. So I gave up. I mean, that's not true. I didn't know where to look.
You were never instructed on how your compass works.
No. My mama passed away when I was very young. You know this. The
Boss,
monks never teach me anything. And before you say it's because I don't listen, that is not true. They just...
what do you want to know?
Okay, how does the compass work? You have to tell me this.
You see, it does not point north.
Oh, and I got that much?
Did you ever follow?
I asked Barda to follow for me. I cannot leave. Well, this is first time actually that I have left for this long.
You sent outsider to us.
To... Huh?
Compass points to island. Only way find. You gave compass to outsider.
It does? Oh.
Well, Bart is dead.
Oh god.
Wow. No. No. I didn't. No. What? I sent Barda to have a look at where it go.
You know what will happen.
She would never go back. She knows. And I know.
Cannot go back. Outsider's forbidden, storm will destroy.
I know. How did you survive the storm?
I was granted permission. Curious how
Permission?
you survived.
Well, fun fact, I can hold my breath indefinitely, it seems. Or at least I have yet to discover my limit.
At this, you see he genuinely seems confused.
I don't know, I discovered it. You see, when we left the island, I was panicking. You know what, I knew the stories, but I was like, if I don't want this person to get killed, I have to help them. And, well, I thought we were going to die, if I'm perfectly honest, but better die on our terms than killed by people, you know. Anyway, look, all I know is that there was that big storm, and we got beat up under the water a lot. I am more impressed that Barda survived. But I discovered that I didn't need to breathe.
How did you have this ability? It is not known among us.
I don't know. I can also do some other cool stuff too, you know. You wanna see? You wanna see? You wanna see?
At this, he just nods.
Okay. Stand there and be prepared. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to hit you, okay? On guard.
He steps back.
And she paces about 20 feet away. And she does her whole whoosh. And like her air punch.
Strength saving throw.
I think it's strength.
Ooh, what is the DC for that? He might actually fail.
Oh, God.
I am looking it up now.
And how close is he to the railing of the ship?
Oh!
He does a zoom in to Storm's face going, oops.
Literally, oops.
DC 15. He fails by 1.
He has legendary resistance, right?
He does not have. He's not a bloody legendary monster.
Oh dear, he takes 3d10 damage. Oh boy,
And
he's,
gets
and he's
pushed
thrust.
up to 20 feet away.
Yep, so 3d10.
Which is definitely off the railing.
3, that's not a d10. That's a d10. Come on, there's one more d10 here somewhere. There it is. Hi, Fidgety, you
And
wanna
he
try and eat my
didn't.
dice?
And he didn't want water breathing, that's what I'm saying.
Is that when Storm yells out after him, that's what you get for fucking with the Xel'nari, bitch? Yeah.
That was 16 damage.
16? Okay.
Yep. And then she chases after him as she's startled as he gets flailed away.
He gets fumbles. He stands at the ready as if ready to block against something. But you catch him off guard. He is not prepared for a sudden gust of wind to hit him square in the chest. And he somersaults several times backwards over the rail, and there is a splash as he hits the water.
And she like runs up and leans over the edge and goes, "Sorry, I warned you."
You hear a voice from behind you. He goes, most impressive. And he is shaking water off himself, standing beside you.
And she's like, "That was creepy." Also, poof, no clothes.
You are a curious one.
Didn't they ever tell you? It's not like the monks didn't know.
As much about you is kept hidden.
See? And just like you don't know about me, I don't know anything about anything! They didn't tell me anything. That's why I wanted to leave. The only things they would ever teach me was how to fight, how to use my power, how to do this, how to do that. All about hoo-ha and wahi, and you've got to spend all this time meditating, and being like a normal everybody else. And actually, they did teach me a lot about the storm, or the spirit of this storm. You know, the storm god.
Atua Terengi.
Yeah, he apparently it was very important to me for me to know a lot about him. But
Of course, he is our deity, protects us, keeps us separate from the others.
I guess so. But
It is through him that I was granted passage.
did he open the storm for you?
Mm.
Wow, I did not even know that was possible. Do you think that's why the monks want me to come home?
I know not what your reason is, or I know some of it, but you are not ready to. Oops.
Oh no, the DM.
No, anyone but the DM.
Oh no!
You are not.
It's revolution, baby.
You are not ready to learn.
Yeah, okay. I'm used to hearing that. You're not ready to hear it yet, Feather. Blah 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 blah.
You'll know soon enough.
Excuse me a second while I look up some details. Okay, I didn't get my own name wrong. It's fine.
What else do you want to know?
How are the people? I kind of miss the villagers. They were all so friendly. I don't exactly get to see many like us around here. On mainland. You know what I mean. Obviously not on boat.
Things have deteriorated.
What do you mean? We were always so prosperous.
We believe Atua to be angry with us.
Angry? How come?
That is not my place to know.
Mm,
The High Monks know.
Mm.
But
of
I
course.
know this is one reason why I come for you.
For me?
I do not understand why.
Oh great, I made the big storm god all angry for leaving. Maybe they're upset at me for saving someone. Who knows?
Perhaps.
Big whirly whooshy man in the sky. Woo! Stupid.
He has been angry ever since you left. Temperamental. The storm comes inland.
That's not good. Does that mean Mama's house has been destroyed? It was near the beach.
No. We
No?
have protected it.
Oh, that's good.
Though, it seems the storm does not touch it anyways.
It does not? That is very lucky. Maybe the storm isn't angry with me after all.
As I have said, I know not, I care not. It is my way back. I do not wish to be out in this world.
It's strange, but it's not as bad as you might think.
They are violent, corrupt, argumentative,
Okay, all things.
strange customs.
Okay, that I will agree with. But the rest all sound like the monks to me.
The monks have purpose for how they act.
Well, the people here believe they have purpose too.
Perhaps.
I don't know. I think we sit ourselves on a pedestal. One that we do not truly deserve, but believe we do.
Would you have us welcome outsiders?
Hmm.
Destroy our balance, our safe haven.
I think that it should be a freedom of choice for at least our people to choose to come and go. Even if we do not welcome outsiders.
He goes quiet for a bit after this, just seemingly in thought.
Our people do not choose to be born on that island, nor to have the customs and ways that we are thrust upon. I think people should be given the freedom to make their own choice. They may like it out here, or they may absolutely hate it, and it is their freedom to choose that. But we should always welcome them home. Or let them leave if they want to. How else are we supposed to educate ourselves and become better as people if we just live only in our own little bubble?
When we return, present the idea to the monks. Perhaps you'll be granted an audience.
Maybe, but...
Then you can present it to our Lord himself.
I thought he had not communicated in a very long time.
The high monks, like your mother, were permitted within his temple.
Maybe. The monks don't usually listen to me, though. Guess we'll find out. Hey, you want to see another neat trick?
As long as it does not involve me getting wet again.
She just like absolutely flops herself backwards without any cares if she's just gonna like whack herself on the floor, but actually casts levitate and just lays in the air. And just like lounges.
At this, he actually recoils a bit, startled. How is this possible?
I don't know.
None of our people have known these magics that the others use.
I don't know. But how do you think I pretended I could climb all this time? I don't have claws.
Fascinating.
Look, I'm not as stupid as everyone thinks I am.
Perhaps this is why they want you back. Maybe you were touched by a tour.
Nah. They're just mad that I got away and I let someone go with me.
Seems it is even more important for me to get you back than I thought.
Hey, I am not going anywhere until we help my friend.
Of course. I will keep my word.
And then we will talk about the possibility.
At this, he takes a deep breath in.
He will have heard, and he probably knows just how stubborn she is. It's not like she keeps it a secret.
I mean, he grew up with you,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And she's pretending, like, this whole time, she's been pretending a whole lot more that she's grumpy and dislikes him a whole lot more than she actually does.
Alright. But that is so he will leave you be for the moment.
I don't want to intrude,
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
but I also don't want to be like rude, but Ash, I have a request. I'm gonna send it to you in a message. Just say yes or no. I'm okay with either one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
no.
Okay.
I will get you
That's-
to roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
Ominous.
8.
8.
Yes. You're so close to a 20. I'm mad.
Ominous.
Alright. Yes. After your conversation ends, camera pans up. You are not aware of it, but camera pans up to see Wisteria sitting on a mast above you.
And it would be at that point that you realize that she's actually pretty good friends with this other Tabaxi. Or Leonin? Is he a Leonin?
Leon, here's
Yeah,
Leonin.
he's a Leonin. She's actually pretty close with this Leonin. She just melodramatically proclaims to not be.
Something mellow about the dramatic scenes that she's been showing us, but you know.
Oh, I'm sure Storm could go extra dramatic if you wanted.
Look,
Oh.
this is tame and mild. Let's just be perfectly fair. She hasn't set off a rocket yet.
This is true. So
Yeah, but what about the rocket you gave?
Oh yeah! Hang on, Oddie doesn't know, does he?
Oddie doesn't know.
Oddie doesn't
doesn't
know.
Tell Oddie, because Oddie doesn't know.
Or he doesn't know what? It's because I want to get a drink during the time it happened
No,
or
no,
something.
no, no, no. Last episode, I'm pretty sure Storm stole back her firework.
Oh no, I know that.
Oh, you do
I
know
watched
that?
it.
Oh, you did watch that.
I
okay.
watched it.
I couldn't remember.
So, Sam and Thalai, what are you doing for what we have now seen as be the first week or so of travel?
Do you want to go first?
Sitting on the top, I guess, knowing Thalai, he would never been on the sea, let alone a boat of any kind whatsoever. Despite his strong constitution, I would imagine there probably would be some form or another of seasickness, most likely. Just
Quite
for the
likely.
just for the fact that he would have never been in it before. So probably for at least the first week until he's used to it, just sick constantly and hating everything on the ship. It's too small for him to sleep below decks. He's sick from the rocking motion. He can't sleep naked, of course, on the open deck because then people complain. He's just miserable and hating life and just spends the first week staring out back towards land until
I
he throws
love
up
the
once
contrast of this beautiful sea music. Well, you're like, he's miserable.
again. Just staring longingly back at coast until he throws up his whatever he's managed to eat and starts the whole process all over.
Lovely.
Yeah. Well, Sam's been recasting water breathing just to be safe. If there was ever like a moment where it kind of seemed like it's gotten quite lax and we're not going super fast, like the wind hasn't picked up, I could offer out if people wanted to go walk on the water, because I can also cast water walking. But yeah, still be exploring the place, checking through all of the different sort of rooms, the people, just kind of checking in on
Mingling
Thalai,
amongst
knowing
the
how
people.
and knowing how obviously Thalai is also quite not well with this, so every now and then lesser restoration just to kind of help him, things like that.
Can the whole party please make me a charisma check?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh,
The majority of us are
check
negative on
Or
it.
charisma save.
Charisma check.
this is going to end so poorly.
So just adding your charisma modifier to it.
Oh my god.
I've been rolling so well up until now.
So -2 then, -2.
Yeah. So I rolled a 10, so that is an 8. Ash.
You know the funny
I
thing
thought that
about that?
half of this party was terrible with charisma.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, Thalai rolls an 8, being uncharismatic. Guess what Mug rolls? Gets a total of
3.
6.
Oh my god.
Did I
was hoping you
roll
were
the
saving
highest?
grace.
No, I rolled a 2. If I had rolled a 1, I could have re-rolled if I was standing next to... So,
What did
Wait.
you roll, Storm?
9.
I rolled a 16.
Wow, go Sam.
So I get 14. So I have -2 to my charisma.
And Kovac.
18.
Okay.
Hey, go
Flat
Kovac.
roll. No
What is-
plus or
what is,
minus.
um,
Just
what is the
if
roll?
you're on the die. Mm-hmm.
Storm was what was it, a 14?
9. No, I rolled a 9. It's
So,
it's an
I got-
8 plus 1.
Okay.
I got
Like,
14
absolute
overall
lowest.
with my minuses.
Okay. So the charismatic one apparently did not mingle too well with the rest of the ship. It takes time for them to warm up to you all.
I'm gonna presume that. I'm gonna presume that.
Kovac gets along quite well with the captain, at least, but
Mhm.
the rest of the ship just. There's times where you've tried to be helpful but gotten in the way, or you've tried to mingle with them, but there's that level of separation of not only being passengers but also being Xel'nari. It's kind of sets you apart a little bit, and it takes time for them to open up to you before they start mingling with you more.
I'm gonna presume it's Storm's insistent playing of the bagpipes.
Roll me a performance.
also,
This could be so bad.
Ash,
This could be so bad.
can you
It's
roll
great.
a
It's
D20?
just. It's definitely the reason.
What did you get? Did you get a 1? Oh, 2. So you can't even re-roll it.
Can you roll for Thog? Because if he crits, that'll just be perfect.
Okay. Let's see what Thor gets.
Oh.
I'm not even going to bother rolling for Subtle because he's not going to mingle unless anyone mingles
Yeah.
with him. He rolled an 18.
Oh.
So, yeah. He actually he gets along well.
You know
Probably
why?
because he spends his time gambling with them and drinking.
And stopping Storm. Like they go up to me like, "Can you make her stop?" And she does when he asks. Because he's like, hey, little one, let's do something. And she's like, oh, okay, and puts the bagpipes away.
Whereas the only reason people are tolerating Kovac is because every time someone goes, "Oh, my turn to swab the deck," the mop just picks itself up and begins to mop instead, and they go, "Oh, okay."
Yes, the swabbies definitely appreciate your services.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably don't mind me so much because I am small and don't get in the way as much. I got 14 overall, so.
On the later end of the second week of travel, another island starts to come into horizon as you have been out in the open ocean for a little bit now. But now you see you're passing between two islands, one larger than the other. It would be around about 8 o'clock, so the sun's setting on the horizon. It's at the end of winter, so it's still a bit chilly outside, but not too bad. And the weather has been quite calm. You've had good winds behind your sail, but nothing stormy, and the seas have been quite calm. Until you hear the bell from the crow's nest, a warning sign. You hear calling from above, "Captain! Storm on horizon!
But she's
Gaining
right.
quick!" How do you respond to this?
Wish to see this for myself. I'm gonna flex my feet and I'm gonna put one foot against the mast, and then I put the other foot against the mast, and I just start walking up the mast. Because I got spider climbing slippers. I'm sure I've done this numerous times during this trip, just because I can. So I just walk like vertically up the mast, and I hop into the crow's nest and have a look as well.
Anyone else heading up, or having a look from the bottom?
So did we all hear that?
You definitely would have heard it. It's a call out across the entire ship.
Storm will have a squiz.
Yeah,
She's
Mug
too
will
curious
wander on
not
up.
to.
I'll get anyone who stays on the bottom deck to make me a perception check, and anyone who goes up on top, up into the mast at all, to make me a perception with advantage.
Heck
Oh,
yes.
I'm staying on the bottom.
Wait, is this, sorry, was this downstairs to the deck or deck to the mast?
Deck
So
to
anyone
mast.
on the deck.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
no, staying down on the deck, yeah.
I'm staying on the deck. 18.
Alright, so I rolled atrociously. However, luckily for perception, I have a plus 10. So that's a 16.
Okay, 16.
5.
Okay, Mug does not see anything at first.
Yep.
Perfect.
17.
Sam,
25.
hello.
What was this? Sorry, I
A perception check.
sorry, I.
Sorry.
Oh, that is a nat 20 for a total of 25.
It's
I'm
close.
being sick. Going,
It's close to- He's already at the front of the ship throwing up anyway, so he just looks up to see.
And he looks up at the storm and goes, "This is gonna suck."
The
What
immediate
you
instant
see,
regret.
For those who rolled above 20, you see it first. This is far off into the distance. Like, you're barely seeing it over the horizon, but it's expanding rapidly. And that is the sky turning almost purple in the horizon. Not like a shade of like the sun setting, but like violently purple. The clouds are gathering en masse and swirling around rapidly. This is, again, just over the horizon, but expanding out towards you rapidly, in all directions rapidly. You can see flashes of lightning within the clouds as it spans out. And preceding it, before it reaches you, there is a loud rumble as if thunder that rocks the entire ship as it comes past. It blasts almost like a wave. Anyone who is up in the mast, I'll get to make me a dexterity saving throw as it shakes the ship violently.
16.
Okay, you're okay. You managed to wrap your arm around a rope and hold yourself in tight.
And here are all of those terrible rolls that we all know I'm classically known for. 8.
Are you up in the mast?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I am.
What did you get?
8.
8. Alright, yeah, you tumble from the mast. Not hitting, not falling over, but tumble down. And have to catch yourself. Let me change things over for a moment.
No.
Music needs to change.
I don't hear anything at the moment. Oh, there we go.
Almost immediately as the clouds start to form over you, and the speed in which they reached over the top of the ship is something you've never seen before in your entire life. It just went from horizon to over the top of you and is expanding out within a matter of seconds. You feel the sea start to violently rock. And Thalai, you're probably the first to notice it as you were just recently throwing up in it. You see it starting to boil as it starts to violently shake back and forth.
It
The
is not a
storm
good sign.
above is just pure chaos of purple clouds mixed with lightning. And suddenly the temperature is plummeting. It was already cold, but it's now freezing. to the point where you're forced to grab whatever you've got to rug yourself up.
Yes.
Apart from Thalai.
Apart from Thalai, who's just like, t-shirt weather. Fantastic. He's like, I'm feeling a little bit more at home. And then on the far horizon, straight in front of your vessel, but miles out to sea, you see a beam of energy come from the ground. It's colossal in its size just by how far away it is, but you are still able to see it. A solid beam of purple energy with lightning forming all around it hits up into the clouds. And even though you're on a vessel, you can almost feel the earth itself shake from the force of the energy.
Hell.
And then this continues for almost a minute before the beam stops. It ascends into the sky with nothing following, and from that point the clouds start to dissipate out into the horizon, and as it approaches over you, things start to calm down, the sea starts to cool off and go back to normal. And then a minute later, it's as if nothing had ever happened.
Ash,
Seas are calm,
can I
skies
ask,
are calm.
is this a storm that Storm is potentially familiar with?
No, this is
Okay,
something
so
you've
it's
never
not
seen
like the
before in
storm
your
back
entire
home.
life. Oh god, no.
Okay.
Far more violent, far more chaotic, and as far as you can see, encompassed everything. From horizon to horizon, this storm took place.
During this minute, can I have Speedy cast Detect Magic?
Yes, you can.
Because I just once a day cast it, and I'd love to know if anything that I'm seeing reads as magical.
The thing you see is before the beam comes up into the air, you see wisps of magic being drawn towards that point. Everything magical that you have upon yourselves, or even your own magical power, seems to be being sapped away towards this point.
Oh, I hate this.
Where the beam was going into, or do you mean?
But just before the beam went up, and the beam itself was, with your magic sight on, blinding to you, like a nuclear explosion of just pure energy.
What the heck?
Mug's gonna call out to Kovac. Hey, Kovac.
What? Oh God!
You're like the smartest, most educated wizard I've ever met. What the hell was that? And also, that's a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Ash, can I make an Arcana check?
You can indeed. I will give you advantage on this as well, because it's a magic that would be right up your alley to have explored.
Okay. Okay.
D8 for the inspiration.
Okay. 33.
Okay. This is good. You have no idea what the spell itself is, but you understand the properties of what you're seeing before you. You've only heard stories of something like this before. Not this exactly, but something of this magnitude. And this came from the wars of past, when the demons were out and about destroying the world. This is a magic so far beyond your own capabilities that it is considered impossible. This is what would be classified as a 12th or 13th level spell.
Oh.
In other words,
Okay.
catastrophic changes or effects.
That's a bit spicy, isn't it?
Love that. Love that.
Okay. Well, once Kovac's pupils begin to recover from that blinding effect, she just looks up at the storm, at the storm, the cascading magic, and just goes, "How is this possible?"
So, like, not how is it possible? What was it? Are we in danger?
Oh, most assuredly.
But it's gone.
I keep watching, and it goes away.
Seems- yeah.
But like while it's happening, I would probably yell, "We need to change course. This is awful. This is awful."
Just double checking, the direction that this was coming from, was that it was behind us or in front
No,
of us?
straight in front, but miles and miles and out to sea. Like, it was literally
Would
you
you
were seeing it
mind-
on the far, far horizon.
So
Yeah.
in that direction.
You mentioned something about an island. Was this on the island, or was this...
No, this is...
Oh, okay.
So the islands are right near you. This is more somewhere out around this area.
In the center peninsula.
Oh,
Quite
okay.
far out into sea.
Wait, how far?
That,
Show me.
just to give you an idea of how
Yeah, okay.
big it was that you were capable
65
of.
feet away.
Ooh, that's definitely spicy.
I need to change map scale.
Yes. So around there. Okay. I'm going. Oh my god.
Mug's gonna cast Sending.
From your knowledge, Kovac, there's
Mhm.
been only one other creature ever capable of casting a spell of that magnitude. And
Okay.
that was Asgarin.
Oh,
The
big bad of big bads.
Yeah.
the orc, wasn't it?
No, it's not an orc.
Oh,
Demon.
As long as the orc demon god thingy that was associated with them. Either way, bad.
Thought to have been dead over 1,000 years ago.
I'm gonna cast Sending and send a message to Barda. Going, this is Mug. You need send magic investigation team to the ocean past, like try to give like whatever direction. Something happened that make Kovac do that eye twitch thing she does.
You get no response.
Comic is, once it subsides, is just gonna sit down and pulls open all her books and just starts like frantically
Once-
making notes.
Once it subsides, you feel your magic sight dissipate as well.
Oh, so I had 10 minutes, but it went away early.
Interesting.
Are we in danger of tsunami?
At this range, assuredly not, right? Like, it's so far away.
You have a large island, well, actually 2 islands between you and where it happened. It's quite likely that it will be dissipated. Also,
Oh, so the island people will be killed and not us. Okay, got it.
You assume that island is inhabited.
Just based on my own understanding of the world, who else saw this?
From what you can see, this probably, the clouds at least, probably covered the entirety of it.
So we're the only people who saw this.
You're not the only people who saw the beam. The clouds, everyone would have seen. The beam would have been able to have been seen by anyone along the shores around the ocean. Or at sufficient height up in mountains. So Thalai's people up in the mountains probably saw it.
Okay. Would Tanzanite have seen it? They're quite coastal.
Quite possible. In the high towers, more than likely.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Pennick, I'm just frantically recording every arcane detail. What school of magic was it, Ash, if I might be so bold as to inquire?
All
you
of
were
them.
not able to get a reading on it. Yeah. It was blinding to you.
That's terrifying.
And
But-
it's...
You can feel a kind of emptiness within yourself at the moment. Same for Sam, same for Mug.
Have we lost spell slots?
No, not quite.
Okay.
I'm gonna just try to do a produce flame in my hand.
Nothing happens.
What are you doing?
Are you? Oh wait, Kovac, are you still attached to the mast with your boots?
I climbed up and got into the top thing. So...
I'm not with you. I'm way down.
Wait, so I would have started writing, and to start writing, I magically conjure my quill.
Ah, yes. You would not have been able to do so.
I see other people casting spells and freaking out and try to do an illusion of the storm in the palm of my hand.
Nothing happens. You feel as if you have been drained of all magic.
I try to see if I can change the appearance of my glamored-studded leather, the magic item. Is that still working?
It does still work.
Okay.
It falters, however. Almost as if it's straining to be able to accomplish its goal.
For the first time in this entire voyage, Kovac throws up.
Watch out! Ah, too late.
And since she's in the crow's nest, it does just fall onto the...
And you can't
Onto
even
the
cast Mage Hand to catch it halfway down.
It feels so wrong to her. She feels so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Okay, interesting.
Thalai?
Yeah.
Hey, Thalai, can you do me a favor?
What?
Become big.
Why?
Our magic isn't working right.
I
Is your magic working?
guess I'll try to become big, Ash.
Be careful, we're coming big. There's my capsize going to the middle of the ship, please, Thalai. I'm down the bottom with them.
Sudden
I will-
displacement.
Are you saying that he's dummy thick?
I'm trying to sail on this ship, but I'm
Yeah.
dummy thick and I'm afraid I'll capsize it.
I hate it. I hate it.
He doesn't get that much heavier. I mean, you've got the cart and everything on board, which weighs more than him.
I will walk to the middle of the ship and do it.
Yeah. So
One
it's sudden
singular
weight
ass
displacement.
cheek just makes it go.
But yeah, I will.
I mean, if you also cast enlarge on him, then possibly. But
I did not have that prepared.
I cast
Okay,
thunderclap, booty clap.
I will attempt to use Giant's Might to enlarge
let
myself.
me just quickly
Absolutely
read
fine.
the exact wording of this.
Hmm.
No,
Is it
it
whether
does
it-
not work.
Do I count as using it though?
No, you are unable to manifest the power within you.
Out of
I wanna try
curiosity,
some.
watching everyone else do magic, Storm tries to harness her,
No, it
her
doesn't-
air.
Let me to read the exact wording.
I can't become bigger.
What are you attempting to do, Storm?
Oh,
She's going to attempt to use her elemental control.
The elemental attunement?
Yeah. So she's just going to try and swirl some air in front of her. Feel the flow of air in her hand.
You are capable of doing that.
Okay.
And I will send a telepathic message to Sam saying, "Hey, Sam, can you hear this?"
Can I?
Yours does
And
not.
then I realize it's a bad plan because if he tries to send one back, I might not hear it.
You might, because mine's a racial.
Yes.
So it's not,
And
technically
mine's
not
a-
magical.
Mine's a
Yours will
freaking-
work, Sam.
I was going to test mine out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
That is a physical property of your species, so
Yeah.
you are capable of doing it.
And then I'm just going to try it. Even though I know the answer, I'm going to try and find a bucket of water and dunk my head in, and I want to see if my water breathing is still active.
No.
I'm not dumping myself into the ocean to find this out.
Anything that is specifically magical is not working.
That's fine. Just wanted to double check.
Thalai, you would notice the runes that you engrave have dimmed. Not completely gone out, but dimmed of their magic.
Wait, is Kovac
I
a wizard or
will-
sorcerer?
I'm a wizard.
Okay.
I will attempt to activate the animated shield. So it hops around me.
So you see it straining to keep itself afloat. It is working, but it's straining.
Oh. Something's not right here.
Does the person up in the crow's nest have a spyglass?
Have what?
A spyglass?
Yes, he does, yes.
Okay. After I finish throwing up, I angrily snatch it from him and just start like scouring where I saw everything. Just notes, just being like,
As far as
What?
you see everything on the horizon, I mean, it's too far away for you to actually have been able to see the ocean at the point of coalescence, but everything seems literally as if nothing had ever happened. The sea is completely calm, the winds have turned back to normal, and the sky is exactly as it was previously.
I incredibly sheepishly, even more sheepishly than Mug was, climbed down the mast using the physical ropes. And I just say, that shouldn't have been possible.
After about a minute or so passes, you begin to feel the tingles of magic within you again. Seems whatever caused you to lose your abilities is passing.
Maybe whatever it was that made that giant beam happen had
Wait.
to absorb all the magic within the area to do it.
Ash, can I think of anything like active or closed cases or prisoners in Tanzanite or just any really important things that would potentially have stopped working for a few minutes because of how reliant they were on magic to function?
Lots.
A good portion of Kovac's neighborhood would be in complete disarray.
If the
Judging
effect
by
affects
your
everything.
look, judging by the look of things that were imbued with magic, how they still, to a certain level, still functioned, you imagine that there may have been malfunctions and problems, but not complete failures.
Okay, that's good. I'm just imagining some kind of like Kung Fu Panda-esque scenario where super criminal in super magical prison, all the wards start to fail, and in these few minutes he breaks out and causes a ruckus. Because that would be cool, but also terrible.
When I tried to cast Sending before, did that actually work? And I got no response, or did it seem not to work?
It did not seem to work.
Okay.
It was hard for you to tell because it just sends off, but yeah, you did not feel the drain of magic by using it.
But as we kind of stand here on deck, awkwardly panicking, things are beginning to come back.
Beginning to come back to normal, yes.
Okay.
It coincides with what you saw of the magic seemingly leaving everything around you, being drawn into a single point.
Now that I've seen the effect, can I guess what this was? I mean, it feels like just a really potent anti-magic field, potentially.
It's something you would have to spend time investigating.
Okay. And that I shall.
Alright. And with all of this, we will end our session here tonight.
Oh,
I was tempted to end it just on it happening, but I wanted to see your reactions immediately.
that was. Oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, something a bit more. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, something more. This is fine. Giant beam with storm.
I was just thinking, why didn't I have prepared absorb elements? I really should have absorb elements prepared. Oh god, what if we get attacked?
What element is that? Magic drain.
There was lots of elements. There was like boiling ocean, cold weather, lightning. That's fire, cold, lightning. I could have maybe done something. I don't know.
I think the element is DM says fuck you.
Well,
Also, that gives you what, resistance to half the infinite damage if it does strike you?
You'd probably
Look.
still die, I think.
It's not perfect system.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yes. So basically,
all
we're
for
now split three ways. Do we save Sam's sibling? Do we stop a international war, or do we investigate the apocalypse, the magical apocalypse?
that's not the first freaking nightmare fuel that we've had pass us.
It'll be fine. What's
We
the
need-
worst that could happen?
I mean, well, surely there's wizards in flippin' Silken. I'm sure we can be all like, hey, more powerful spellcasters than me? Theories? I can find a library? Who knows?
Cool.
Alright.
Lots of investigating to do.
Thank you all for joining us. We will be back next week to torture these little dummies. I mean players.
They're the same picture.
Oh boy.
If you want to join us for some more spacefaring adventures, where I'm probably going to have this put back on me tenfold by our Space Master,
Space Master?
we will be playing Tuesday night, Stars Without Number.
Space worm chilling in a spike world.
Rory,
where
how about
things
you
have
tell
gotten
us
a
about
bit out of control.
Stars Without Number, since we have quite a few new people here.
Okay.
Oh no, fire! I'm so sorry.
Oh no!
What happened?
Just
It's
shut
okay.
off.
If you follow along, we stream the same time every week. We stream twice a week. We just stream 2 different games.
Oh. Cool. Sorry.
Shazoo! I love the
Shazoo.
Shazoo. It's my favorite thing. That is the most cursed thing I've created for this channel, and I love it.
It's
It
beautiful.
is. It's a bear thing, isn't it?
It's a
Yeah,
bear.
it's a bear wearing a hat and a vest.
Yeah, it's
So,
a rainbow bear.
Is there anyone that I forget? And I think it's a snowman for some reason.
So,
Rude.
Stars Without Number is a delightful sci-fi setting. We have a party of
Ne'er-do-wells.
murderous explosion-happy idiots who are currently underneath a planet, and then underneath that planet they went into a machine that took them into drive space, and then in drive space they then boarded a spaceship, and then on board the spaceship they went onto a planet, and then they're now inside that planet.
Blood Inception.
I've no idea why I've made it so painstakingly convoluted, but it just kept unintentionally stacking, and I only just realized how mind-bogglingly silly it is to think about. But the party are trying to save the main planet they're in, because the spaceship they're on, with the planet they're on, is threatening to enter space in the same place as the planet, and it's going to crack the planet like an egg and kill the millions of people who are currently occupying the planet. So, best avoid that. And that will be continuing on Tuesday.
Yes. I think things are a little bit out of control there. Things are about to come a little bit out of control here.
Space worm. I'm scared.
But thank you all for joining us. I'm sorry if you joined at a terrible time, but if you want, you can catch up with us on YouTube. All of our episodes are there. And we will be back next week at the same time. Hopefully a bit earlier and actually on time next week, but we'll see.
Yes. It's hard with me and work. I have
And me and
hiccups, I'm
work.
so sorry. To answer your question, Fire Scream? Oh, that's a cool name. Fire. God damn it. Someone find someone for us to raid while I blunder through this. It's reactive PNGs. Pardon me. And I'll see if I can find. Oh, trying not to hiccup.
Soki's is playing Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
It just says F that Thorin guy.
Why am I being suggested one of those damn hot tub streams? Honestly, Twitch, come on.
Hot tub stream, sitting in a hot tub, 5
Oh
feet
my
apart because
God.
the hot
I can't
tub.
believe I have the hiccups.
Friendly here is also doing Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah.
I've had such a blocked nose this entire time.
Yes. Friendly here with 9 viewers. They're in New Zealand, which is, I think it's
Yeah.
2 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, so that's later for them.
Well,
I was gonna say,
it might
I
be good to
think
go with
they might
Soki's
be
then.
ending soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I have the hiccups. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
We should do a
We're
D&D
good.
hot tub stream. That would be fantastic.
Oh my God. It'd be so
We'll have to have
stupid.
We'd have to have individual separate hot tubs.
Yes,
That's
it'd be
it.
fantastic.
That's fine. I'll just go to Centre Parks and get a hot tub.
Hey,
No, you can just be in your bark.
Yeah, or just get one of the kids' pools and put that in.
I'll get a kiddie pool and just like somehow I put a hairdryer underneath it that makes the hot water. Not a hairdryer, not a hairdryer.
I have a
Just
bath.
just put
That's
bath
what you're getting from
mixture
me.
in there, and
I've got a bath. I've got a bath, and I'll just put jets in somehow.
Yep, we'll do it. You know what? We should start one of those. What are they called? Not a poll, but one of those.
Okay,
Oh, you
okay.
put your point.
Channel points.
put your
subscription
points in
things. If
channel
they get
point,
enough
yeah, yeah.
points together,
Okay.
we'll do a hot tub D&D stream.
For Fire, that link that I sent you is what I'm using to do the reactives, but it's got custom code. So it's custom coded to, pardon me, individually pick up each person and do the specific graphics. You can use stuff like Discord reactive, which is quite good, but I've got ours set up to have, coding that means I can designate an image just for our one particular stream. It basically forces the image.
I'm not
God
sure.
damn
We'll
these
have to
hiccups.
work it out. We'll have to work it
You
out.
are definitely having a time, aren't you, at the moment, honey?
It is painful, real painful.
I mean, we should also put in there. That's what we'll do a poll, and the one that gets the most amount of points towards it, or a bidding thing.
Wait, what are we
can do,
bidding
like-
for? Hang on, what did I
Whether
zone
we do a
out?
hot tub stream, or we could do a musical episode, or I don't know, something else.
Episode! I'm down.
You know
I'm
what?
definitely not, 'cause I'll kill
Sub
everyone.
goal?
This is not my sister, it's my brother!
The world's coming to an end.
Fuck!
I have no talent when it comes to singing, but my rhyming is absolute.
What?
Let's go read someone. And then at the end of
Musical
it,
in a hot tub.
Falai is just
Oh.
silent the entire time, and then at the end it's Falai does not sing.
In terms of rating, I know we're not gonna, but very amusingly, the Russian streamers Fluffy Dragon Tavern are currently live.
Oh
I
my
reckon we go to
God.
Soki's. Let me just check if they're still going.
Okay, someone. Okay, I'm just gonna see who's streaming D&D. Oh my God, I am so sorry, guys. Mm. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's gone. Maybe it's stopped. Maybe it has stopped.
Can I just say how upset I am at you, Ash, for stealing my magic? It's like my whole thing.
Yep. Shame when you don't have it.
I need to buy a crossbow. Because like, I own a dagger, so could do a stab. If I didn't have magic, a crossbow would be my next best bet.
That just a stab
I
at
was
range.
tempted to not give you your magic for like a week. Just see how you tried to cope with that.
So,
and then a
well-
pirate attack immediately.
okay. So, while I am completely
well-
and utterly uncomposed, how about we do that raid?
Yep, let's do it.
Raid.
Raiding party.
Okay, so who are we raiding? Soki's? Oh,
Yep.
hang on a minute.
Might as well.
They've only been streaming for an hour. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And when I just joined in just before, they were derailed, so you know they're just like us.
Oh, sounds perfect. Sounds marvelous.
Perfect needs
Sounds
a 9
like
foot
your
7
classic
and
D&D
throat
game.
dog. Let's go!
I'm working on it, y'all. Oh.
I need tissues.
What?
Alright, I'm going to bump us all over to our end screen, and then I'm going to start the raid. Please hang around and share our love to everyone else. We try to build a community as best we can, among others, and so on and so forth. I hope you guys all had a great time here. Please, if you did, come and join us on Tuesday if you can, because it is a very different game with different people, and it's chaos in a very different way. Pardon me. Oh my God. And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you next Sunday. Have a good one, y'all.
E-
Bye.